on the Rogues streaming network. Medford Rogues Baseball is on the air. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of your Rogues, Brian Welch.
From Medford, Medford Rogues Baseball is on the air as your Rogues will be taking on the Healdsburg Prune Packers for Game 1 of this two-game series at Harry and David Field. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Welch, the Rogues Streaming Network. Glad to be a part of your Chick-fil-A Tuesday, wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Your Medford Rogues 17-7 overall in this 2025 campaign, 3-1 in Pacific Empire League play, as your Rogues are in the 2 spot in Pacific Empire League action. As the Rogues over the weekend able to take 3 games out of 4 from the Solano Mudcats, as the offense was the operative word throughout the whole entire weekend. In those 3 games, the Rogues able to score 35 runs, 8 runs on Friday night, 19 runs on Saturday, and 8 runs in Game 1 of that doubleheader on Sunday. Kevin Casagrande saw the ball well for your Medford Rogues, 5 hits in the series, and Mark Fedro had 4 hits on Sunday, 2 hits in Game 1 of the doubleheader and Game 2 as well. So 4 hits for Mark Fedro, and Kevin Casagrande had 5. This Rogues offense right now on the uphill. They are finding ways to keep themselves busy on the base paths. As for the pitching staff, your Medford Rogues able to pitch really well. Bronson Chappell on Friday night able to go 8 innings strong, 8 strikeouts for the young man from Oregon Tech. Dylan Finelli, the Finelli Finesse, young man from Occidental College, 6 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, able to handle some adversity in the early going on that one on Saturday evening. And you'll be hearing from this guy who pitched well on Sunday afternoon in Game 1 of the doubleheader for Caleb Malloy. 3 innings pitched and 6 strikeouts. As this is the first game of the series between the Healdsburg Prune Packers. The Prune Packers, the defending Pacific Empire League champions. They're 11-1 overall in this 2025 season. And they're 5-1 in Pacific Empire League play as they are in first place. As the Prune Packers are looking for a five-peat, they used to be in the California Collegiate League. Now they're part of the Pacific Empire League play. Pacific Empire League, as this is their second season in the PEL. As this is a squad, the Prune Packers last time out able to walk it off against the West Coast Kings 5-4 on Saturday from Alex Bird, the Golden Bear from Cal. As this is a Prune Packers squad that has a lot of D1 talent on this roster. 35 players, I should say, are from D1 schools from the SEC, Big 10, and Big 12, just to name a few. As talking with head coach Joey Gomes, I said, is there anything different between this squad from this year and from last year? He said it's team speed, and it's the difference from last year, and Healdsburg is going to put their speed to the test tonight against your Medford Rogues. I'd like to welcome you to the Rogues pregame show, where I was able to sit down with head coach Kevin Olmstead for a one-on-one conversation. Plus, we have our Rogues player spotlight of Caleb Malloy, the young man from Newport, Oregon. I know his family's listening right now on the Rogues streaming network. So those 2 conversations are coming up right after the break. Tonight is Chick-fil-A night at the ballpark, as you can get your original chicken sandwich or your spicy chicken sandwich at the Bullpen Grill. And plus, it is a beautiful evening for baseball to kick off another week of baseball in the Rogue Valley. 84 degrees overhead, 84 degrees, and it is blue skies with wafting clouds overhead on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Those 2 conversations with head coach Kevin Olmstead, and as well as our Rogues player spotlight, Caleb Malloy, are coming up right after the break. It's Healdsburg, it's Medford, and it's all coming up right after this, right here on the Rogues Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet-friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Back to the Rogues pregame show as we are getting rowdy. This is our Rogues player spotlight and get to hear from the starter from game one of the doubleheader on Sunday, Caleb Malloy. Caleb, how are you?
Doing great. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hey, you know what? You saw the ball. You were pitching well on Tuesday afternoon. You had a good fastball, good command of the zone, 6 strikeouts. You looked really comfortable on the hill. What was that secret to your success?
You know, it was honestly my catcher, Josiah. He was really helpful. He, helped me stay confident, helped me stay with him, helped me not focus so much on the external stuff like allowed one runner on, helped me focus on just staying with him, and I was hammering the fastball, and the fastball was beating the hitters, so he helped me. He said, hey, once you get hit, we're going to the off speed, and that's what got me out of the jam in the third inning. So.
And you had that confidence throughout the whole entire time you were on the hill, and especially credit to Josiah Palomino. What makes him a great catcher behind the dish?
I hate to say it, but he's a small target, but his glove sure makes up for how small he is. He knew the zone. He knew how to set up hitters, and we established the zone early in the game with a 3-pitch punch out with the first hitter, and then I believe a 4-pitch punch out with the next guy. And so we established the zone really early, and I was able to fill up the zone and hit my spots, and he was sticking the zone. It was great.
You grew up in Oregon. You grew up in Newport on the coast. What was that experience like?
It was honest. It was awesome. My family was very involved in the community. And so I was able to see Newport in every different angle, and I had 2 older brothers that went through the community before I did and went through the baseball program there, and Newport's known for its baseball program, so it was nice to go through a pretty hard program and helped me get through Western Oregon. So Newport was everything I could have hoped for. It helped me with my childhood, and it helped me can't think of the word. It just helped me shape me as a person.
And officially on the roster, you are 6'8", but when people first meet you, you're a lot taller in person. Did you have that growth spurt throughout your childhood, or when you became a teenager, you grew up like you were growing big?
I was always bigger than everyone in every grade, and then in 7th grade, last day of school I was 5'8", and first day 8th grade I was 6'3", and so I had I think 7 inches, 6 inches, something like that. So that was a big growth spurt. Lost a lot of weight, thinned out. That was where I gained most of my size.
And you see a lot of pitchers that are tall. Randy Johnson's probably one of them that comes to mind. Is that one of your heroes?
I don't look up to many professional pitchers. I mean, I look up to them. I don't watch many of them, but I like to recognize success and recognize legends.
And you go to Western Oregon right now. What's it like to be able to play for the Medford Rogues?
It's a lot different. Western Oregon is a very hard program to play for, and actually I guess I'd say similar. Coach Olmstead has it's a pretty structured program, and he makes sure his guys work their butts off, and if they're not doing the right thing, he gets them out of there. And Western's very similar, so it was a pretty smooth transition getting here and getting able to get on the mound and ready to roll.
Our time with Caleb Malloy he's our Rogues player spotlight today. Game 1 between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and your Medford Rogues. And you going to Western Oregon, you used to the temperature up here, down here in Medford?
Absolutely not. It's I went home yesterday actually, and it was 64 degrees. I was in sweatpants and a hoodie, but last summer I was fortunate to go to Kansas, and so it was 100, 105 there, and coming here. So this feels pretty good, not humid, and so I like it. Being able to be in the heat, body feels good. Get an extra mile an hour or 2 on the mound, feels really good here.
So there's people that have played in the league in Kansas. What was your experience like in Kansas?
It was a blast. I mean, Kansas itself sucks, but the baseball and the host family I had made it everything, and my roommates made it everything it could have been and more. We made it to the championship of the national tournament we were in and ended up blowing it late in the game, but the memories I made was nothing I could ever replace.
Yeah, I know you were pitching really well on a Sunday afternoon, game 1 of the doubleheader. I know that your mom was in attendance, but your dad was listening, and I know your dad was enjoying the broadcast. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, obviously my mom and dad, they're probably going to listen to this. As soon as I get off, I'm going to text them and tell them to tune in and listen. So, Mom and Dad, what's up? And my grandma, she'll probably listen too.
Well, that's good to hear. Quick questions before I let you go on the Rogues pregame show. What is your pregame meal?
It's always different where I'm at, but I don't have a Chipotle or Chick-fil-A back home. So, before my start, I had a Chipotle, and actually I think the past 4 games I've had Chipotle. So, probably going to go get Chipotle right now.
And what's your warm-up song?
My warm-up song is Big Sexy Thing.
Is there a reason why?
Someone showed it to me last year in the dorms and were like, this needs to be your walk-up song, and our media guy said, absolutely not, way too inappropriate, so I just keep that one to myself.
Well, that's good to hear, Caleb. Thank you so much for hopping on the pregame show, and enjoy that Chipotle and that Chick-fil-A, and I will see you in the dugout, all right?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That is our Rogue Player Spotlight, Caleb Malloy. When we come right back after this, we have that one-on-one conversation with head coach Kevin Olmstead, as it is game 1 of this 2-game series between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night, and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues.
Welcome back to the Rogues pregame shows. This is our one-on-one conversation of head coach Kevin Olmstead. Coach, how are you? Long time no see.
Long time no see. Good to see your beautiful face. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend. Coach, a great weekend for the Rogues, taking 3 games out of 4 from Solana. What did you like about it, and what do you think the team needs to improve on?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, pretty solid series. We took care of business the first 3 games. Unfortunately, we fell game 4. In my opinion, a very winnable game. But the guys handled some good adversity throughout the weekend, and so that's what I'm most proud about and most happy about. So continuing forward, we just have to continue to trust the process. We're about halfway done with the summer, and we just have to keep rolling.
I was looking at that with the scorebook on Sunday that we're almost done with the season. Game 25 tonight. I mean, it feels like it's yesterday we were getting our first interview ready for against the Seattle Studs.
Time flies when you're having fun, man. No, it's it goes by fast. This coaching gig, it seems like the longest days ever, but then at the end of the day, it's like, oh my gosh, where did the time go? So, yeah, I'm just trying to take in every single moment with these players and these coaches and trying to have as much fun as I can.
Improvement is one of the keys of summer ball, and this team saw a lot of improvement over the weekend. Caden Casagrande, 5 hits at the dish on the weekend series. He saw the ball. Mark Fedro, 4 hits in those 2 games on Sunday. Those 2 players alone have had a lot of great improvement this season.
Yeah, absolutely. They're terrific guys. The big thing with hitting, the big thing with baseball is confidence, right? The mental side of the game. So we sit down with our guys. We talk to our guys. We talk to them about the highs and the lows, and just the handling that adversity, the handling that failure. And so some guys do a really good job with it. Some guys are still learning it. But for this weekend, Casagrande and Fedro, they did a really good job with handling the past and focusing on the now.
And let's talk about the now. Your team is in second place with a record of 3-1. You take on the top-seeded team or the top-ranked team in the Pacific Empire League of Healdsburg. They're 5-1. And when you think about Healdsburg, you think about the D1 stars they have and Joey Gomes and how he coaches. But what do you think the Prune Packers are going to bring to the table tonight, besides the obvious, of course?
Yeah, I don't think about the D1 players, right? It's another day of the playground. These are baseball players just like my team, right? They're the same exact player. They're just, blessed enough to be at a big school, So at the end of the day, the most competitive team, the most disciplined team, the team that does their job is, going to win. So it doesn't matter if we're playing the New York Yankees. We're going to continue to our style. We're going to continue to play Rogues baseball, and whatever happens. But there's going to be learning lessons throughout the entire game for them to learn and grow for the next game.
This is not your normal 3-game series. It's a 2-game series. You have that day off on Thursday. How important is that to have that day off on Thursday? But I know your team probably thinks of one game at a time right now.
Yeah, the 2 breaks this weekend or this week is going to be really good for our guys to be well rested for the rest of the league. It's going to be interesting 2-game series. This is a let's get after it type of game. My best versus your best. Let's get it on for 2 games. See what happens.
And the wind is probably going to be playing a factor tonight. But I mean, there's some good outfielders on this Healdsburg squad. But this offense for your team has been able to not only have the good big hits and the timely hits, but also being able to use the small ball. I mean, using the bunts was the key in a lot of those victories against Solana over the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about it after the first 15 games or so with my coaching staff, we realized that we have to utilize the small game a little bit more, even though I'm more of a steal the base, drive them in type of guy. But they handled that very well. They got the jobs done. Bunting, in my opinion, is the easiest thing about hitting. It takes concentration and eye-hand coordination. As long as you have those two things, which every baseball player has, you should be able to get the bunt down. So they did a really good job doing that. So, we'll see what type of game tonight brings. If we bunt, if we steal, if we hit the long ball, who knows? We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, we shall see, but I know that Coach Coos wanted me to bring this up during the pregame interview about your lunch, and he wanted to put on the record that he did not like what you made for lunch. What did you have for lunch today, Coach?
No, just an average normal day lunch. It's tuna fish sandwich. You get some spicy mayo in there. You get some pesto in there. You get some good spread with strawberry cream cheese and corn mix salsa. In my opinion, that's a great tuna wrap. I don't know why Coos is judging me so hard, but maybe the cream cheese or the strawberry cream cheese. But I thought it tasted good.
What type of flavor does it bring to the tuna?
Oh, it just enhances the tuna, Who doesn't like a little strawberry with some tuna?
Well, that is unique, Coach, but I know that you've talked about this whole entire season about being able to think one game at a time and also being able to worry about the small things. What are your keys to victory tonight for this first game of this 2-game series?
Yeah, personally for me, I got to be more where my feet are at. I want this game more than anyone, and I have to control my emotions. I have to control what's going on, and I have to just continue to play or coach this team as best I can. For this team, it's again just do your job. You're going to handle adversity, but as long as you continue to try to do your job, and that's it, and trust that the other guys are going to do their job, then it all works out at the end.
Coach, have fun down in the dugout. Hopefully you guys will stay cool in the dugout and have fun tonight, all right?
Let's get rowdy.
That's head coach Kevin Olmstead when we come right back after this. We have the starting lineup and the first pitch as it is Game 1 between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and your Medford Rogues. More from Harry and David Field right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports,
high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to world zones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
Harry and David Field. Let's pause the national anthem, game one of this two-game series between Healdsburg and Medford in the Rogue Valley. Send it to public address announcer Greg Roberts. It is a windy evening in the Rogue Valley. Game one of this two-game series between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and your Medford Rogues at Harry and David Field. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Glad to be a part of your Tuesday evening, wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues baseball. Let's give you that starting lineup for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, led by head coach Joey Gomes. The Prune Packers are 11-1 overall in the 2025 campaign, and they sit atop the PEL with a record of 5-1. Batting lead off, playing center field is Jonathan Kim. Batting second in right field is Alex Leopard. Batting third at first base, Logan Sutter. Batting cleanup is the left fielder, Blake Rimmer. Batting fifth is the catcher, it's Alex Burge. Batting in the sixth spot in DH is Jacob French out of UC Berkeley. Batting seventh is the shortstop, Cade Campbell. Batting eighth at third base is JC Agar. And batting in the ninth spot at second base, Anatoly Savatters. As it is, Nathan Hunter getting his warm-up tosses in right now. The starting pitcher for your Medford Rogues. First start of this 2025 campaign for Mr. Nathan Hunter out of Concordia University, Irvine. 7.56 earned run average, 8 1/3 innings pitched as he's getting his warm-up tosses in right now. As it is a windy evening in the Rogue Valley. So that starting lineup once again for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. It's Kim, Leopard, Sutter, Grimmer, Brigg, French, Campbell, Agar, and Savatters. As it is a windy evening at the ballpark, calling the balls and strikes tonight at Harry and David Field. It is Chris Bevan at first base is Andrew Herbel, and the third base umpire is Alex Chavez. As it is, Healdsburg rocking their black uniforms, maroon numbering and lettering, gray pants. Medford rocking the green uniforms, white pants for this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. And the standings brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Healdsburg sits atop the league with a record of 5-1. Medford 3-1, Humboldt 3-3, Lincoln 2-2, Solano 2-5, and the West Coast Kings 0-3. As Troy Osborne throws that ball over to second base, that means we're about to bring you the action. Top half inning number one, game one of this two-game series between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and your Medford Rogues. As Jonathan Kim stands in for his first trip, it is a right against left to kick off this Tuesday evening in the heart of the Rogue Valley. First pitch on the way from Nathan Hunter, registers for a strike on the outside corner, strike one, and we get going at 6:38 p.m. in the Rogue Valley. Windy conditions at the ballpark. Strike one pitch on the way, fastball, up and out, ball one. Jonathan Kim from Brookfield, Wisconsin, out of the University of Michigan. We talked about this in the Rogues pregame show. A lot of different conferences represented in this Healdsburg lineup as that 1-1 is sprayed foul down that third base side, strike two. As Nathan Hunter finds himself ahead 1-2 strikes in the top half of inning number one. Game one of this two-game series between Healdsburg and Medford. Infield playing deep in the top half inning number one. Fastball misses down in, ball two. Alex Leopard waits on deck for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. The Prune Packers previously in the California Collegiate League. Nathan Hunter ready, and the 2-2 home. Fastball hits it in the air, left field charging in, going to his right is Covarrubias, and that ball is going to bounce foul left of the line on that left field line. We'll do it again, still 2-2 strikes in the top half inning number one. As it is 325 down the left field line, 400 in dead-away center, 325 down the right field line, and the gaps in left and right center. It's 407 at Harry and David Field. Two of the top teams in the Pacific Empire League clashing in this early league bout. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. The center fielder, Jonathan Kim. Nathan Hunter ready, and the 2-2 home. Fastball fouled off as Jonathan Kim spoils it foul. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes in the top half inning number 1. Wind blowing straight into the ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air. Right field going back is Perello. Perello at the track. All he can do is watch that one go over the wall as it is a solo jack for Jonathan Kim, and Healdsburg strikes first on this Tuesday evening. 1-0. Prune Packers out in front. Jonathan Kim gives that fastball a ride to right field, and the Wolverine from Michigan gets the scoring going for Healdsburg.
Now batting right fielder Alex Leopard.
And they give him that home run chain on that first base side as the Triton from UC San Diego goes to work now. Right fielder Andrew Leopard goes to work. Alex Leopard, I should say. Our left-handed batter in this Joey Gomes lineup to kick off this 2-game series. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball, lasers, finds that outside corner, strike 1. Alex Leopard, currently averaging .333 at the dish in league play. When he was playing for the Titans, averaging .244 this spring. Strike 1 pitch home. Fastball cues it over the head. That ball's going to go over the head of Mark Fedro in the left field. And Alex Leopard gets aboard of a single that puts him over at first base. 1-0. Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. So a single off the bat of Leopard brings up the first baseman, Logan Sutter. 1 on, no outs. Top half inning number 1. Healdsburg showing why they're one of the best teams on the West Coast. A solo home run from the top of the order guy, Jonathan Kim. And a single from Alex Leopard brings up the first baseman, Logan Sutter. Kyle Norton holding the runner at first base. Top half inning number 1. Hunter delivers. Fastball. Lasers in on the inside corner, strike 1. Healdsburg's only blemish in Pacific Empire League action was to the Humboldt Crabs back at Rec Ballpark in Wine Country. No balls and 1 strike, and the pitch. Curveball hits it in the air, left center field. That ball is going to drop down for a hit, and that will put runners at first and second now. So a solo homer off the bat of Jonathan Kim, a base hit off the bat of Alex Leopard, and another single off the bat of the first baseman, Logan Sutter, brings up the cleanup hitter of Blake Rimmer, as the Prune Packers have been able to score a run and put runners at first and second in the top half of inning number 1.
Now batting the left fielder, Blake Grimmer.
So Blake Grimmer goes to work now. 2 on, no outs. Top half inning number 1 at Harry and David Field. Healdsburg and your Medford Rogues, game 1 of this 2-game series. Hunter checks on the runner, a Leopard at second base. Hunter ready, and the pitch. Curveball misses outside of ball 1. Nathan Hunter trying to find the command of that strike zone. You gotta throw strikes against this team. This is a Healdsburg squad that will take advantage of every situation. If you make one mistake, they'll make you pay for it. 1 ball and no strikes, top half of inning number 1, and the pitch. Fastball finds the outer third, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike in the top half inning number 1. Have you ever seen the movie Top Gun? Healdsburg's Iceman. That's correct. Make a mistake, they make you pay for it, and Healdsburg's a team that's able to take advantage of situations. Runners at first and second, throw over to second base, and the tag will not be in time as Leopard gets back over to the bag at second base. 2 on, no outs, top half inning number 1. Healdsburg leading early 1-0 against your Medford Rogues. Solo homer off the bat of Jonathan Kim got the offense going for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 1-1. Fastball, swave and a miss, foul, strike 2. Now Nathan Hunter finds himself ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half inning number 1. Windy conditions at the ballpark on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. 2 on, no outs. 1-0, Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. Game 1 of this 2-game series on Chick-fil-A Tuesday at the ballpark. 1-2. As he spoils it foul down that left field line. Grimmer out of Tennessee, averaged .318 at the dish for the SEC school. Was actually an SEC all-academic honor roll this past spring. Getting it done in the classroom, trying to get it done now with 2 on and no outs. Top half inning number 1, 1-0, Healdsburg out in front. Wind blowing strongly in the ballpark on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. 1-2 from Hunter. That's going to be sprayed foul down that left field line. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a solo jack off the bat of Jonathan Kim out of the University of Michigan to get the scoring going. The lead off the top half inning number 1 in the ball game. A single off the bat of Leopard and Sunner puts runners at first and second. Still no outs. Nathan Hunter still ahead 1-2 as he steps off the rubber to chase back the runner of Alex Leopard at second base. Healdsburg out in front 1-0 against your Medford Rogues. Top half of inning number 1, game 1 of this 2-game series. Medford and Healdsburg going to see each other 5 times in league play in this 2025 campaign. 1-2 pinch. Curveball misses. Up and out, ball 2. Count goes even 2-2 in the top half inning number 1. Nathan Hunter experiencing adversity already out the gate in the top half inning number 1. 1-0, Healdsburg out in front. 2-2. Curveball misses. Down and out, ball 3. Nathan Hunter, young man from Southern California. I know his mom and dad are listening right now on the Rogue Streaming Network. Very good conversation with him last week on the Rogues pregame show. Talking about him only being a mile away from the beach. Counts full 3-2. Fastball fouled off. That will be down that third base side, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2 in the top half of inning number 1. But what an inning already for Healdsburg. A solo home run off the bat of Jonathan Kim. A single from Leopard and Sutter puts 2 on, no outs. Top half inning number 1. And right now, Nathan Hunter and company trying to secure that first out in the top half inning number 1. Runners at first and second. The throw over to second base, and the tag will escape away from Frankie Otigliano, the shortstop. So we'll do it again. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes in the top half inning number 1. Leopard at second, Sutter at first base. And the payoff. Fastball, cued foul down that third base side. So we'll do it again. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. A lengthy at bat from Blake Grimmer and Nathan Hunter. The Golden Eagle take it on the Volunteer from Tennessee. Yes, that Tennessee from the SEC. What a program SEC has been able to produce with Tennessee and everybody. I mean, especially with LSU winning the national championship. 3-2 pitch, misses down and out, ball 4. And Blake Grimmer is able to load the bases in the top half of inning number 1. And not the start that Nathan Hunter and company envisioned for your Medford Rogues. So now with the bases loaded in the top half inning number 1, the guy who walked it off against the West Coast Kings, Alex Burge, goes to work now. With the bases juiced and nobody out in the top half inning number 1, this is going down quickly. First offered on the way, and he hits the batter, and that will drive in a run. So that is the second run scored in this inning. So everybody will move around 90 feet, 2-0, Healdsburg out in front as Coach Pat will have a conversation with Nathan Hunter and this whole entire infield. Not the start the Rogues envisioned on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley.
Fans, we have members of the Medford National Little League senior softball team heading through the stands, trying to get money raised for their upcoming trip to Missoula, Montana.
So Healdsburg out in front 2-0 against your Medford Rogues in the top half of inning number 1. We are brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors so far for the Healdsburg Prune Packers out of the wine country in California. Prune Packers, the defending champions of the Pacific Empire League, as Jacob French. And now this guy is probably one of the most exciting players on this Healdsburg squad this season. Bases loaded, 2-0, Healdsburg out in front. First offering on the way, fastball misses. Up and in, ball one. Jacob French was a third-team All-ACC. California playing in the Atlantic Coast Conference this season. Made it pretty far in the Athletic Coast Conference baseball tournament. 1-0. Fastball misses down in, ball two. Jacob French, out of Cal, Golden Bear averaged .390 at the plate in the spring season for the 2025 campaign for the Golden Bears. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball, bouncer foul down that first base side, strike one. Jacob French is in the DH role tonight, but when he's out in the outfield, he can cover a lot of ground. And it's going to be very interesting to see what he can do when he's out in the outfield, possibly tomorrow, even later in this game tonight. Bases loaded once again in the top half inning, number one, no outs. 2-1 pitch. That's going to be knuckled foul down that third base side, strike two, and the count goes even 2-2 in the top half inning, number one. Two-two, roller towards short, picked up by Tigliano, back over to Travis Finney at first base, and that is going to be a fielder's choice. So a run will score. So everybody will move around the bases as Grimmer will go to third base. Brig will be forced out at second. Jacob French reaches on a fielder's choice as Cade Campbell goes to work now. 3-0, Healdsburg out in front, top half inning, number one. So that's how the Rogues record their first defensive out of the evening and the series. Now with runners on the corners in the top half inning, number one. Big opportunity right now. First pitch, wave and a miss, strike one to the shortstop, Cade Campbell. Wind blowing strongly in the ballpark now on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Pitch misses downstairs. Actually, my apologies, was thrown over to first base. No balls and a strike in the top half of inning number one. Beautiful evening for baseball. A little bit hazy. No balls and a strike, and the pitch home. Fastball elevated, ball one. Cade Campbell averaging .263 this season in league play. The Golden Bears, a Cal, averaged .313 this spring. Runners in the corners, one gone, and the pitch. Slider misses down and out, ball two. Not the start Nathan Hunter and this defense for your Medford Rogues envisioned. That is a pitch that misses downstairs, ball three. Now Nathan Hunter finds himself behind 3 balls and a strike in the top half of inning number one. Healdsburg 3. Medford still waiting to go up to the plate now. Only 1 out in the top half inning number one. 3-1 pitch, fouled off to the screen, strike two, and the count fills up 3-2 in the top half inning number one. First batter in this inning was Jonathan Kim in the one spot, able to have a solo homer. Alex Leopard and Logan Sutter able to follow up with a pair of singles. 3-2 pitch. That's going to be popped up in the air. Out of play down that first base side. Let's give you that defense is backing up the starter, Nathan Hunter. After this 3-2 pitch. Been pretty interesting to watch how this team's been playing so far this season. It's been good pitching, good starts. But right now, Nathan Hunter feeling the adversity in the top half inning number one. 3 runs on 3 hits so far. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter ready, and the pitch. Curveball misses up and in. Ball 4, and Cade Campbell's able to work a walk, and the bases are loaded once again. So that is the second walk issued by Nathan Hunter tonight in the top half inning number one. So the bases loaded in the top half inning number one. For 1 out, let's give you that defense is backing up the starter, Nathan Hunter. Behind the dish catching is Troy Osborne. The third baseman is Frankie Ritigliano. The third baseman is Mark Fedra. The shortstop is Frankie Ritigliano. Travis Finney makes his return at second base. He'll be patrolling second base, and Kyle Norton's over at first base. First one home. Fouled off to the screen, strike one. In the outfield from left to right for your Rogues, Corbarubius, Alley, and Perello. So it's Fedorov, Tigliano, Finney, and Norton in the infield. Corbarubius, Alley, and Perello in the outfield. No balls and a strike, and the pitch home. Fastball, bouncer foul, down that third base side, strike two. Take a look at this right now. J.C. Agard. Young man from San Jose State. This guy has been having a lot of fun this season. No balls, two strikes. Hunter in charge of the count and the pitch. Looping curveball misses inside as Troy Osborne has to track that one down, ball one. Right now, Nathan Hunter trying to have some control right now in the top half inning number one. Healdsburg 3. Medford still waiting to go up to the plate. J.C. Agard from San Jose State. Really good baseball team down in the Silicon Valley in California. 1-2 pitch, and he's hit by the pitch on the knuckles. And J.C. Agard's able to walk in another run as the base paths have been busy tonight, but it's all been unearned runs. It's been a tough one so far for Nathan Hunter and company. So 4-0, Healdsburg out in front in the top half inning number one. So it's Anatoly Savatiers at the dish now as head coach Kevin Olmstead will make the walk, and he'll take the ball away from Nathan Hunter. Not the start Nathan Hunter envisioned on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. We have a new pitcher to tell you who he is when we come right back after this. As it is, bases loaded, one out, 4-0, Healdsburg out in front. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
Parents,
community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
One out, the base is loaded. Number one, the pitcher coming in for your Medford Rogues as it is Colin Schultz in relief of the starter Nathan Hunter, and this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Well, line score for Nathan Hunter, only able to record one out, 3 hits, 4 runs, no errors, 2 walks, and did not strike out anybody. As right now, Colin Schultz is getting his warm-up tosses in right now. Bases loaded in the top half inning number one as Healdsburg got the scoring going on the first at-bat with Jonathan Kim, able to have a solo home run to right field as Colin Schultz is getting his warm-up tosses in right now. Colin Schultz has an earned run average of 10.13 on the season in 3 games. 1 start in this 2025 campaign and does have 8 innings pitched and has 9 punch-outs to his credit in this 2025 campaign as he'll be facing the 9-hole hitter Anthony Swalatiers. As it is second baseman in the 9th spot, 4-0, Healdsburg out in front. Solo home run off the bat of Jonathan Kim to lead off the frame. A pair of singles from Alex Leopard and Logan Sutter. A walk worked by Blake Grimmer. Hit by pitch is Alex Bird. He was forced out at second base. Jacob French, who is over at third base right now. Young man from Cal Berkeley. He reached on a fielder's choice. Cade Campbell worked a walk. And J.C. Agard was hit by a pitch to close out the outing for Nathan Hunter. So right now, Swatiers goes to work now. Savatiers, I should say. Anatoly Savatiers goes to work now for his first at-bat. Bases loaded, 1 out. Top half inning number 1. 4 runs on 3 hits so far for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. I'd like to welcome our friends from Healdsburg joining the broadcast on the Rogue Streaming Network. First pitch on the way. First pitch swinging that. It is going to sky foul down that left field line out of play. Strike 1. It's been a tough one for this Medford Rogue squad. Medford wanted Nathan Hunter to go out, have more than one inning, but this Healdsburg squad is tough. 1 through 9. Strike one pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside corner. Strike two. Chris Bevan behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. Andrew Herbold over at first, and Alex Chavez at third base. That's the three-man umpiring crew tonight for game one of this two-game series between Healdsburg and Medford. No balls, 2 strikes. Colin Schultz ready, and the pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. And right now, the goal on this pitching staff for Medford is to find the strike zone. Bases loaded, top half inning number 1, only 1 out. Salvatiers from Texas Tech. In the spring, averaged 288. 1-2. Fastball blows right. Salvatiers for out number 2. First strikeout recorded for Colin Schultz tonight. So the fastball goes right past Salvatiers for the second out of the frame. 2 outs, and the bases loaded in the top half inning number 1. As we go back to the top of the order with the guy who had the solo home run, Jonathan Kim. So Kim goes to work now, bases loaded, top half inning number 1. First offering home, fastball, dots the outside third, strike 1. Good location by Jonathan Kim. 1 for 1 so far in this inning. Solo home run to right field. Kick off the ball game. This Healdsburg squad able to strike while the iron's hot. 4 runs on 3 hits so far in this evening. So strike 1 pitch, misses outside of ball 1. Solo home run from Jonathan Kim, a pair of singles off the bat of Leopard and Sutter. Grimmer able to work a walk and able to cash that one in. 4-0. Healdsburg out in front, 1-1. Fastball fouled off to that left side, strike 2. You think about how this team's been playing so far. Healdsburg's only blemish in league and this whole entire season was to Humboldt, as they forced the rubber game. But Healdsburg, being Healdsburg, able to find a way to get a victory in the rubber game that next day. 1-2. Outside, ball 2, and the count goes even 2-2 in the top half inning number 1. 4-0. Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. And Medford has not even touched the plate yet in this evening. But last time the Rogues gave up a deficit in the top half inning number 1, but they were able to dig themselves out. You got to get that third out. Deuces wild on the top of 1. Fastball blows right past Jonathan Kim. Back-to-back Ks for Colin Schultz, and the side is retired. 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors committed by Medford, and the Healdsburg Prune Packers leave the bases loaded. Healdsburg with 4, Medford coming up right after this. Beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Continue on the bottom half, inning number 1 on this beautiful Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network to give you that starting lineup for your Medford Rogues, led by head coach Kevin Olmstead. Batting lead off is the second baseman Travis Finney making his return. Batting second at first base is Kyle Norton. Batting third is the center fielder Johnny Alley. Batting cleanup is the right fielder Mason Perello. Batting fifth in left field is Lando Covarrubias. Batting in the sixth spot is the third baseman Mark Fedro. Batting in the seventh spot is the catcher Troy Osborne. Isaac Kills in the DH spot, and batting eighth, and Frankie Rutigliano rounds out the lineup as the shortstop tonight for Game 1 of this 2-game series as Tanner Bradley begins his start on the hill. The young man from the University of Oregon delivers a strike on the outside, third strike one, as it is Finney, Norton, Alley, Perello, Covarrubias, Fedro, Osborne, Hill, and Rutigliano. Medford right now offensively looking to try to keep this pedal to the metal. Strike one pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and in, ball one. Tanner Bradley in Pacific Empire League action when he's on the hill, averaging 2.25 earned run average this season. 1 ball and 1 strike to Travis Finney, the young man from Melbourne, Australia. Slow ground ball left side, picked up by a guard at third. The throw over to first base, and the throw is going to be in time. What a play by the first baseman Sutter, as it is a 5-3 on the ground out to begin the bottom half, inning number 1. Let's give you that starting defense is backing up the pitcher of Tanner Bradley. Behind the dish catching is Berg. Over at third base is a guard. Campbell is the shortstop. Savatiers is at second base, and Sutter is at first base. In the outfield from left to right for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, it's Grimmer, Kim, and Leopard. So right now, the tall lefty of Kyle Norton goes to work now. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom half, inning number 1. First pitch on the way, escapes out of the mid of the catcher Berg. It's ball 1. Kyle Norton so far in this summer season averaging .333 at the dish out of Georgia Gwinnett College. Left-handed batter trying to keep this offense moving for the Rogues. Giving up 4 runs in the top half of inning number 1. Bradley sets the 1-0 pitch, down and in, ball 2. So right now, this is a Rogue squad looking to find that, trying to respond from that 4-run punch the Prune Packers gave in the top half, inning number 1. Kyle Norton saw the ball well against the Solano Mudcats over the weekend. A couple of big hits. The 2-0 pitch. Ground ball right side. The first baseman, Sutter's going to take it to the bag himself for out number 2. So it's 3 unassisted for the second out of the frame. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half, inning number 1, as it is the center fielder, Johnny Alley. The fisherman goes to work now with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom half, inning number 1. Healdsburg leading 4-0 against your Medford Rogues. Medford right now trying to keep the pedal to the metal offensively. And the guy who's been able to provide a spark for this Rogue squad offensively goes to work now with the bases empty and 2 outs in the bottom of 1. First pitch on the way, fastball misses outside, ball 1. Johnny Alley averaging .387 at the dish. Another left-handed batter to face the righty of Tanner Bradley. Wind blowing into right field. 1 ball, no strikes. Good curveball, waving a miss, strike 1. That has Alley chase at it. Strike 1. Infield for the Prune Packers playing deep. Bases empty, 2 outs. 1-1. Waving a miss, strike 2. That off speed's getting Johnny to chase. I know Johnny's family's in attendance tonight, or they were in attendance this weekend. His support system at Harry and David Field over the weekend against Solano. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball. Johnny hits it in the air, pokes it into left center. Tracking it down is Grimmer. Grimmer will make the grab for out number 3, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded, as it is a 1-2-3 inning for Tanner Bradley. We go to the second right after this. Prune Packers 4, Medford 0. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Healdsburg 4, Medford 0 as we go to the top half, inning number 2 at Harry and David Field. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network as it is the 2-hole hitter of Alex Leppard to lead off the frame, followed by Logan Sutter and at Blake Grimmer as Colin Schultz goes to work now. Pair of strikeouts. Able to settle down the top half, inning number 1. 4 runs on 3 hits so far for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. First offering home from Colin Schultz. Fastball finds the outer third, strike 1, says home plate umpire Chris Bevan. No balls and 1 strike to Alex Leppard. 1 for 1 so far on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Wind blowing into the ballpark. And the strike 1 pitch home from Schultz. Fastball up and out. Ball 1. Leppard, the Triton from UC San Diego, all Big West honorable mention this spring. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right against left in the top half, inning number 2. 1-1, fastball misses downstairs. Osborne has to track that one down, ball 2. Healdsburg able to get the offense going in the top half, inning number 1. During the first at-bat, Jonathan Kim able to go yard of a solo home run. Then a pair of singles by Alex Leppard and Logan Sutter. And then the starter, Nathan Hunter, began a walkathon in the top half, inning number 1. 2-1 pitch, fastball below the knees, ball 3 rather. 3 balls and a strike in the top half, inning number 2. Big opportunity right now for Healdsburg. And we talked about this a little bit ago. The Prune Packers, like Iceman from Top Gun, you make a mistake, they're going to hurt you on that. 3-1 pitch, fastball finds the upper third, strike 2. And I like that fastball from Colin Schultz so far this evening. Able to have a pair of strikeouts in his first 2 at-bats. 2 strikeouts so far for Colin Schultz. Counts full, 3-2, and the pitch home from Colin. Fastball high and tight. Ball 4, and Alex Leppard's able to work a leadoff walk to begin the top half, inning number 2. So if 1 on and no outs, the top half of the second as it is. The first baseman Logan Sutter going to work now, 1 for 1 so far. Healdsburg 4, Medford 0 at Harry and David Field as it is a right against right. Kyle Norton holding the runner at first base. Wind blowing into right field. First offering on the way. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. I'm going to say that's a strike actually. Chris Bevan, generous strike on the outer third. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball. Knuckled foul behind the screen, strike 2, and now Colin Schultz is in charge of the count, 0-2 in the top half, inning number 2. Right against right, top half, inning number 2, 4-0, Healdsburg out in front. Wind blowing into right field. Schultz ready. 0-2. Fastball gets away from the catcher Osborne, and Leppard's able to take advantage of that. He was going to go to second base, and he'll stay over at second base as that is a pass ball, and that will make it 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half, inning number 2. And right now, Colin Schultz trying to get that first out recorded. He gave up the leadoff walk from Alex Leppard. Logan Sutter at the dish. Blake Grimmer waits on deck for Healdsburg. Healdsburg is a team that will strike at any moment offensively. We talked about it in the Rogues pregame show, a lot of D1 talent on this squad, especially from the Big West. Logan Sutter out of the University of South Carolina. Fastball up and out, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the top half, inning number 2. 4-0, Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. Medford trying to settle down the bats of the Prune Packers. 2-2 from Schultz. Fastball high and tight, ball 3, and the count fills up 3 balls and 2 strikes to the first baseman, Logan Sutter. Payoff pitch. Fastball up and in, ball 4, and Logan Sutter is able to work a walk, and that is the second walk recorded. The second walk issued for the reliever, Colin Schultz. 2 on, no outs, top half inning number 2. As Blake Grimmer goes to work now. Grimmer, the volunteer from the University of Tennessee, waits for the first pitch. First pitch fastball. Locates on the upper third, strike 1. Good location by Colin Schultz. 2 walks issued so far by Colin Schultz in this outing. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Maybe he should get another strikeout. Strike 1 pitch on the way. Looping curveball misses outside ball 1 as the catcher of Osborne has to go out of his way to make the grab. 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Fastball high and tight, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike in the top half of the second. 4-0, Healdsburg out in front. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Prune Packers. As Troy Osborne will have a conversation with Colin Schultz in the top half inning number 2. This pause in the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. For pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and at Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. 2 balls and a strike in the top half inning number 2. 4-0, Healdsburg out in front. 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses, down and out, ball 3. And now Colin Schultz finds himself behind. 3 balls and a strike in the top half inning number 2. Schultz trying not to have a repeat performance of what we saw in the top half of inning number 1. 3 balls and a strike. Fastball outside, ball 4. And that loads the bases once again for the second straight inning. So Leopard will go over to third. Sutter to second, and now Grimmer to first base. So 3 walks issued by the reliever Colin Schultz, as now it is going to be Coach Otto making an appearance. Ryan Otto, the utility coach, will have a conversation with the whole entire infield in the top half inning number 2. Healdsburg 4, Medford 0. Game 1 of this 2-game series at Harry and David Field. Brian Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. That's brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. As it is the West Coast Kings taking on the Lincoln Potters tonight. And Humble Crabs taking on the Chico Lone Wolves, as it is Lincoln out in front 2-0 against the West Coast Kings in the bottom half of inning number 2. And it's no score in the bottom half of the first in Arcata between the Chico Lone Wolves and the Humble Crabs. And the scoreboard is brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Runners covering all the bags in the top half of inning number 2 for Healdsburg. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses, down and in, ball 1. The catcher of Alex Burge. Burge, the guy who walked it off on Saturday, last time out for Healdsburg. Golden Bear from Cal. 1-0. Fastball, cued foul to the screen, strike 1. Burge averaging .364 at the dish in Pacific Empire League action. Average .231 for the Golden Bears. Burge actually a transfer by way of Wichita State, a great program in the American Athletic Conference. 1-1. Fastball misses, downstairs, ball 2. Healdsburg 4, Medford 0, top half of inning number 2. Burge in his first at-bat, hit by a pitch, and he was forced out at second base during the Jacob French at-bat. Leopard at third, Sutter at second, Grimmer at first base. 2-1 pitch. As he skies it foul, out of play down that left field line, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of the second. Left-handed batter for the Prune Packers. A lot of left-handed batters in this lineup for Healdsburg. 2 pitchers used so far for your Medford Rogues in game 1 of this 2-game series. 2-2. Fastball as he spoils it, foul down that left field line. We'll do it again, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. The catcher of Alex Burge as the DH man Jacob French waits on deck for Healdsburg. Healdsburg covering all the bags in the top half of inning number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Colin Schultz ready, and the pitch. 2-2, fastball, and it is strike 3 called on the outside corner. A much-needed strikeout for Colin Schultz. A backwards K, his 3rd strikeout of the evening. Colin Schultz looking pretty strong in the Rogue Valley. 1 out, and the bases loaded in the top half inning number 2. The Rogues get their first out recorded in the frame as Jacob French goes to work. Probably one of the best players in the Athletic Coast Conference. Bases loaded, top of 2. First pitch on the way, that's going to be cued, and that ball escapes away into left field. 1 run's going to score, and everybody will move around the bases 90 feet. So an RBI single off the bat of Jacob French makes it a 5-0 lead for Healdsburg in the top half of inning number 2. All of 1 out in the top half of the second. This has been a merry-go-round of runs so far for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 5 runs on 4 hits so far. So trio of walks given up by Colin Schultz, able to strike out Alex Burge, but Jacob French able to answer back with an RBI single. As Cade Campbell goes to work now. First pitch, fastball, misses upstairs, ball 1. Campbell able to work a walk in his first at-bat. Healdsburg 5, Medford 0, top half of inning number 2, game 1 of this 2-game series. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball blows right past Campbell, strike 1. Now the ones are wild in the top of 2. Healdsburg 5, Medford 0. Wind blowing 5 to 10 miles per hour into the ballpark on this Tuesday evening in Medford. Right against right. Ones are wild, and the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air, skying into left field. Going back is Cobarrubias. Drifting right by the RogueWeather.com sign. He's able to make the grab for out number 2. Tagging from third is Logan Sutter, and he's able to score staying up. So that is another 2-run frame for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. That puts runners at first and second now as the Prune Packers of Healdsburg leading 6-0 against your Medford Rogues in the top half of inning number 2. All of 2 outs in the second frame. Colin Schultz has been able to get the outs, but it's been at a price. 3 walks issued by Colin Schultz, an RBI single off the bat of Jacob French, and a sac fly off the bat of Cade Campbell brings up the third baseman, J.C. Agard. 2 on, 2 out, 6-0. Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. 1-0. Fastball misses down and out. Ball 1. I'm going to say he did go around on it, says home plate umpire Chris Bevan. I'm going to say 1 ball and 1 strike. Anatoly Savatier waits on deck in the 9-hole for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball, that is a strike on the inside third. Generous call from the home plate umpire Chris Bevan. So 2 on and 2 outs. Colin Schultz ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half inning number 2. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2, that is skied foul down that first base side, so we'll do it again. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 2. One blowing softly in the ballpark at Harry and David Field. Grimmer at second, French at first base. 1-2. Fastball up and out, ball 2. And now deuces are wild in the top half of the second. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0. Game 1 of this 2-game series. I know our friends in Healdsburg are listening right now. They're probably happy about the score. 6 runs on 4 hits. A team from wine country. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball, strike 3 called on the inside corner, and the side is retired. 2 runs come across the plate on 1 hit, no errors, and at 2 left for Healdsburg, as it is Grimmer at second base and French at first base for the bottom half of inning number 2. Right after this, due up for your Medford Rogues, as it is the middle order of Mason Perello, Orlando Covarrubias, and Mark Fedro. 6-0, Healdsburg out in front. Beautiful evening for baseball in Medford. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports,
High school sports,
or college, know your role.
you can be a player,
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator,
or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
it's my experience.
let my coach coach me.
cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
Know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Mason Perello leads off the bottom half of inning number 2. 6-0, Healdsburg out in front of your Medford Rogues, as it is the middle of the order due up for your Medford Rogues. That first pitch on the way from the Duck from the University of Oregon, Tanner Bradley. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Mason Perello, followed by Orlando Covarrubias and Mark Fedro. Game 1 of this 2-game series between Healdsburg and Medford. 1-0 pitch, fastball, dots the inside corner, strike 1. Mason Perello, in this early season, the future Cougar of Washington State, averaging 174 at the dish. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch home. 1-1, he gets a roller foul down that third base side, strike 2. Perello behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes in the bottom half of the second. Right against right, bottom of 2, the 1-2 home. Fastball, actually curveball, waving a miss, strike 3, and Perello's down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Tanner Bradley tonight for Healdsburg. So with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom half of inning number 2. The left fielder Orlando Covarrubias goes to work now. Healdsburg leading 6-0 against your Medford Rogues. And right now, Tanner Bradley's been able to have the bait and switch on this lineup for the Rogues. Good fastball, but also able to pull the string with that curveball. So right now, with nobody on and 1 out in the bottom half inning number 2, Orlando Covarrubias goes to work. Breaking ball finds the upper third, strike 1. Covarrubias playing in left field tonight. Covarrubias averaging 265 at the dish. Left-handed batter trying to get aboard. The Rogues have not gotten a base runner aboard yet this evening. Strike 1 pitch. Curveball misses. Outside ball 1. The Hornet from Sacramento State looking to try to find this offense. Medford still scoreless in the run column and the hit column. 1's a wild. 1-1, good curveball, wave and a miss, strike 2. And Tanner Bradley's been able to pull the string on this whole entire lineup of the Rogues with that curveball. That curveball has been lethal. The question is, how do you find that Achilles heel in the Duck from the University of Oregon? 1-2. Fastball misses. Inside ball 2. Mark Fedro waits on deck for your Rogues in the bottom half of inning number 2. Game 1 of this game 1 of 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch home. Fastball. That is strike 3 called, says home plate umpire Chris Bevan. So back-to-back Ks for Tanner Bradley. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half inning number 2. Can Mark Fedro jumpstart this offense for your Medford Rogues?
Mark Fedro.
Mark Fedro, the third baseman, gets his first crack of Tanner Bradley on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Two top teams in the Pacific Empire League battling it out tonight in the Rogue Valley. Medford trying to find a way to keep this offense moving. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball finds the outside corner, strike one. Mark Fedro, 4 hits last time out in the doubleheader. 2 hits in game 1, 2 hits in game 2 against the Solano Mudcats to close out the weekend. Strike one pitch home. Fastball misses outside ball one. Know that his mom and dad are listening right now. And actually, the whole family's in Florida right now, cheering on Mark's brother, who's playing in a tennis tournament in Florida. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball outside ball 2. It was actually, Mark's mom was texting me yesterday. She was telling me that they had the game going while they were flying to Florida. They had the game going on Sunday at 35,000 feet in the air. 2 balls and a strike. Wave and a miss. Good curve ball. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half, inning number 2. So the Fedro family enjoying the broadcast on the air, in the air, actually. Deuce is wild in the bottom half of the second, and the pitch. 2-2 curve ball, spoiled foul down that first base side. Mark Fedro trying to keep this inning going. And right now, if you are head coach Kevin Olmstead, when are you going to your bag of tricks? Trying to find that Achilles heel. Wind blowing into right field, 2-2. Fastball, bouncer up the middle, going to his right, and the mishandle. Salvatier's can't make the play, and Mark Fedro gets aboard with 2 outs in the bottom half, inning number 2, and the official scorekeeper will make it officially a hit. So a 2-out base knock off the bat of Mark Fedro extends his hitting streak, and that is the first base runner aboard of the evening at Harry and David Field for your Medford Rogues. So if 1 on and 2 outs in the bottom half, inning number 2, Troy Osborne goes to work now. Right now, this is a Medford squad looking for any opportunity. Can they cash in on this opportunity with Mark Fedro over at first base? Tanner Bradley able to send the batters of Perello and Colberubius back to the dugout with a pair of strikeouts. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0, bottom of 2. First pitch on the way. Troy fouls it down that third base side, strike 1. Troy Osborne's only appeared in 9 games this season, but he does average 160 at the plate. Young man from Grants Pass. Grants Pass, only 30 minutes north of our location. No balls and a strike. Bradley ready, and the pitch. Grounder foul down that third base side, strike 2. Troy had a huge hit a couple weeks ago. Trying to have a good hit now with 2 outs and 1 on in the bottom half, inning number 2. Mark Fedro over at first base. Sutter holding the runner, 0-2 pitch. Fastball, high and tight, ball 1. And right now, you think about this, no runs on 1 hit. Mark Fedro's 2-out single can be that spark plug the offense needs right now this evening. 1-2. Fastball down in the dirt. Ball 2, and the count goes even 2-2 in the bottom half of inning number 2. Healdsburg leading 6-0 against your Medford Rogues. Game 1 of this 2-game series at Harry and David Field. Deuce is wild, and the pitch. 2-2 fouled off as Troy Osborne keeps the at-bat going. Still 2-2 in the bottom half, inning number 2. Right against right in the bottom half of the second. Runner at first base, that is Mark Fedro. Deuce is wild. And the pitch. 2-2, fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Tanner Bradley's able to get out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit, no errors committed by Healdsburg, and 1 left as it is Mark Fedro over at first base. We have played 2 in the Rogue Valley. It's all Healdsburg out in front in game 1 of this 2-game series. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
At Harry and David Field. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network as it is your Medford Rogues trailing 6-0 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. If you're just now joining us on the Rogue Streaming Network, catch you up on this one as it was a solo home run off the bat of Jonathan Kim to lead off the game in the top half inning number 1. A pair of singles off the bat of Alex Leopard and Logan Sutter, and a walk by Blake Grimmer, able to cash that all in. 4 runs scored in the top half of inning number 1. And then 2 runs came across the frame in the top half of inning number 2. But a pair of strikeouts and a sack fly worked by Colin Schultz as we go to the top half of inning number 3. As it is, Antonelli Savatiri goes to work now. 0 for 1 so far was the first strikeout victim for Colin Schultz in the top half inning number 1. Big opportunity now. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses. Downstairs, ball 1. So it is 9-1-2 due up as Savatiri, followed by Kim and Leopard. 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball at the knees, right down the boulevard, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Savatiri out of Texas Tech, the Red Raider out of the Big 12, averaging .333 in Pacific Empire League action. Average .288 for the Red Raiders. Bouncing ball right to the first baseman of Kyle Norton. And Kyle says, I'll take it to the bag myself. And he's able to beat out Savatiri for out number 1. So 3 unassisted for the first out of the frame as we go back to the top of the order with the center fielder, Jonathan Kim.
Now batting center fielder, Jonathan Kim.
Kim 1 for 2 so far this evening. 2 at-bats in the first frame. Jonathan Kim, the left-handed batter, liking the friendly confines of Harry and David Field. I know our friends down in Healdsburg liked how he's been swinging the bat so far as that first pitch gets away from the catcher. And he was hit by the pitch, so Jonathan Kim in his third at-bat able to get aboard of a 1-out hit by pitch. So with 1 on and 1 out in the top half of inning number 3, Alex Leopard goes to work now. 1 for 1 for walk on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. 6-0, Healdsburg out in front. And right now, the Prune Packer squad seeing the ball well and also taking advantage of the misfortune of the Rogues pitching staff. 6 runs on 4 hits so far this evening. Right now, Colin Schultz throws it over to first base, trying to get the runner out of Kim, but Kim's able to get back to the bag safely. 1 on and 1 out. Top half inning number 3, Chick-fil-A night at the ballpark. And yes, I did have my Chick-fil-A sandwich before the broadcast. First one home. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 1. And that is a cool thing about if you go to the ballpark at Harry and David Field on a Tuesday night, you get to buy yourself that chicken sandwich, or you go with the spicy chicken sandwich. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. 6-0, Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues, top of 3. For me, I'm more the original guy, you know? Got to get the original dipping sauce for it, dip it into the sandwich and all that. I know I'm probably making you hungry right now. 6-0, Healdsburg out in front, top half of inning number 3. Schultz ready, and the 2-0. 2-0 pitch, fastball right down the boulevard, strike 1. Good location by Colin Schultz. When the fastball is on, he's been able to find ways to locate it into the zone. Collins still behind 2 balls and a strike. Top half of inning number 3, 1 on, 1 out. 2 balls and a strike, runner goes. Osborne throws it over to second base, and the ball's going to escape into center field, as that is going to be a stolen base for Jonathan Kim. That will eliminate the double play ball in the top half of inning number 3. As Healdsburg right now, kind of taking a play out of the playbook of what the Rogues have been able to do in this last week. Stealing base has been the bread and butter for Medford so far this season. So Healdsburg right now trying to strike where the iron's hot. Top half of inning number 3, 3 balls and a strike, and the pitch. Fastball outside of ball 4, so Alex Leopard's able to work his second walk this evening, putting runners at first and second.
Now batting first baseman Logan Sutter.
So what's going on here? So they move the runner Kim to third base. So the umpire crew moves Kim over to third base. The only logical reason would be a balk. But nobody knows what's going on.
Alex Leopard has been returned to home plate, continuing his at bat.
So it is 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Kim will get over to third base now, putting the Prune Packers only 90 feet away from scoring. Okay then, so 3 balls and a strike in the top half of inning number 3, 3-1 pitch, fastball outside. So that will put runners on the corners, 1 out, top half of inning number 3. And right now, head coach Kevin Olmstead, a swift walk to the hill. Talk with his reliever, Colin Schultz, as they are moving somebody in that bullpen right now. And we might have a new pitcher, but we shall see. But in the meantime, we are brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. As we do have a new pitcher, I'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this. Runners on the corners for Healdsburg, 1 out. Top half inning number 3. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
2 on and 1 out in the top half of inning number 3. New pitcher coming in for your Medford Rogues as it is Kane Morgan. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. As Colin Schultz able to go 2 innings strong, 1 hit, 2 runs, no errors, 3 walks, but able to strike out 4 Prune Packers. As Kane Morgan gets the start now in the relief appearance, the young man from Redondo Beach, California. The southpaw ready to go to work right now as Logan Sutter will be the first batter he will be facing. Runners on the corners, Jonathan Kim over at third base, Alex Leopard at first base. First pitch on the way, that's hit in the air, and that is going to hook foul down that left field line, strike 1. No balls and a strike to the first baseman, Logan Sutter. Kane Morgan this season, earned run average of 8.11 in 2 games, 3 1/3 innings pitched. That's going to be popped up in the air, shallow right field. Tracking it down is Travis Finney. Travis Finney on the run, he'll run out of room. Does he make the grab? Does he haul it in? Yes, he does. Oh, wait, did he haul it in? They say it was foul, but what a great job by the Australian to go out of the way to track that one down. Travis Finney back in a Medford Rogues uniform, trying to be on SportsCenter top 10, but actually going to say he was out, actually. That was, the umpire did not give us the signal. Andrew Herbal did not give us the signal, but we go to work now. 2 on, 2 outs, top half of inning number 3. Kane Morgan ready, and the first pitch home. Good curveball, finds the outside corner, strike 1. Kane has pitched in a couple of games previously, and Kane was telling me, hey, I was trying to find my curveball, and that curveball has a lot of mimics of a slider. Strike 1 pitch, instead thrown over to first base. Chase back the runner of Alex Leopard. Kim at third, Leopard at first base. Strike 1 pitch, fouled off down that left field line. Strike 2. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0. Top half of inning number 3. 4 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Blake Grimmer at the plate. Pair of walks so far. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch home for Morgan. Fastball dots the outer third. Strike 3 called. Beautiful pitching from Kane Morgan, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left as it is. Jonathan Kim over at third base and Alex Leopard over at first. We go to the bottom half of inning number 3 right after this. Due up for your Rogues as it is Isaac Hill, Frankie Ritigliano, and Travis Finney. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and at Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Medford trailing 6-0 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Game 1 of this 2-game series. Brian Welch back with you. First pitch on the way from the starter, Tanner Bradley, is a breaking ball that finds the outside corner, strike 1 to the 8-hole hitter of Isaac Hill, followed by Frankie Ritigliano and Travis Finney. 8, 9, and 1 due up for your Medford Rogues. No balls and a strike. Curveball misses inside ball 1. Isaac Hill, as of late, he's been seeing the ball really well, and that's last week averaging .397 at the dish in this 2025 campaign. Medford no runs on 1 hit, no errors so far in game 1 of this 2-game series. 1-1. Fastballs, he skies it foul, out of play down that first base side, strike 2. Isaac Hill's been having a lot of fun so far this season. A guy who was a pitcher at the start of the season, making that transition to an infielder and also a part-time outfielder. And Isaac Hill's always told me, Brian, I'm always grateful for wherever coach puts me at. And tonight he is in the DH role, that 1-2 pitch as he spoils it foul to that right side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Isaac Hill trying to find some offense. The Rogues have been kind of starstruck by the duck from the University of Oregon of Tanner Bradley. Good fastball, good curveball. 3 strikeouts for Mr. Bradley. There are a lot of college scouts in attendance tonight. A couple of D1 schools watching this game. This is the biggest game on the West Coast, I would say. 1-2. Gets a bouncer. Comebacker. That's going to be going right to Bradley. Bradley will underhand it over to first, and the throw will be in time for out number 1. 1-3 on the comebacker, as it is Frankie Rutigliano ready to go to work now. With 1 out, nobody on the bottom half of inning number 3. Medford still searching for their first run of the evening, trailing by 6-0 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. And Frankie Rutigliano, the right-handed batter from the University of Portland, goes to work now. Rogues trying to find that first run of the evening. First offering home. Grounder to that first base side. Logan Sutter will take it to the bag himself, and it will be a 3 unassisted for the second out of the frame. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 3 as we go back to the top of the order with Travis Finney. Travis Finney goes to work now, the Australian from Melbourne, Australia. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Medford right now trying to keep this offense moving, the offense that has been struggling. No runs on 1 hit, no errors so far on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Game 1 of this 2-game series between Healdsburg and Medford, the top 2 teams in the PEL battling it out. First one home from Bradley. Fastball, that's going to be knuckled in the air. Skying. Salvatierri will track it down. He'll make the easy grab for out number 3. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded, as it is a 1-2-3 inning for Tanner Bradley, and also a scoreless inning as your Medford Rogues are still trailing 6-0 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. We go to the 4th right after this. More from the Rogue Valley, Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports, high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
it's my experience. Let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
Know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
The 4th inning at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0. As it is a beautiful evening for baseball, but that score is not beautiful for your Medford Rogues, as Kane Morgan goes to work now against this catcher of Alex Berg, the young man from UC Berkeley. 0 for 1 so far for hit by pitch, as it is 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 6 runs on 4 hits so far as that first pitch on the way. Good curveball. Good changeup, actually. That finds that out of 3rd, strike 1. Good location for Kane Morgan, 2 for 3rd innings so far. Able to draw a fly out and able to get that strikeout to close out the 3rd inning. And this has been a very interesting one to watch so far, as that pitch does miss. Downstairs, ball 1. Left-handed batter of Alex Burge able to walk it off against the West Coast Kings on Saturday. 1-1 pitch. Good changeup. Misses downstairs, ball 2, says Chris Bevins. 2 balls and a strike in the top half of inning number 4. Wind still blowing into the ballpark. 2-1 pitch. Chopper, left side. That will be picked up by Mark Federer. The throw to first base, and the throw is going to be in time, says the first base umpire of Andrew Herbel. 5-3 to open up the top half of inning number 4. Great job there by Mark Fedro. Has had a weird hop off the grass, but Fedro able to have a nice recovery at 3rd base to make the play for out number 1. 5-3 on the ground out for the first out of the frame. And that is actually the first time this evening The leadoff batter has been retired. First offering on the way. Ground ball, bouncer foul down that first base side, strike one. The DH man of Jacob French. 1 for 2 so far. Jacob French at the dish. Guy with an RBI single and a fielder's choice. Behind no balls and a strike in the top half of inning number 4. 0-1 pitch. That is slice foul down that left field line, strike 2. French in the league play for the Prune Packers, averaging .273 at the dish. In the spring for the Golden Bears of Cal, averaged .390. Talking of head coach Joey Gomes, he's one of the rising stars. Ground ball, bouncer foul down that first base side. Do it again, so no balls and 2 strikes. And these are the players that you'll see in the first round get drafted. They will be drafted next year, even next year. This year or next year. But Healdsburg, 0-2. Ground ball, right side. Kyle Norton will pick it up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for out number 2. So 3 unassisted for the second out of the frame. 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 4. As it is a shortstop of Cade Campbell ready to go to work now. 0 for 1 so far of a walk in game 1 of this 2-game series between Healdsburg and Medford. So the right-handed batter, Cade Campbell, goes to work. The Golden Bear from Cal. Ground ball, roller foul down that third base side as third base coach Joey Gomes had to jump out of the way for that one. That ball is in the corner. He picked up by the bullpen for the Medford Rogues. 6-0, Healdsburg out in front, top half of inning number 4, game 1 of this 2-game series. Strike 1 pitch home. Curveball misses outside ball 1. 1 ball and a strike, I should say. Sac fly from Campbell. 1-1. Wave and a miss, strike 2. Now Kanan Morgan finds himself ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 4. Big opportunity right now to settle the bats of the Prune Packers. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Morgan ready, and the lefties 1-2. And that is going to be missing outside, says home plate umpire Chris Bevan. And the count's even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild in the top half of inning number 4 on this Tuesday evening matchup. 2-2 pitch, misses outside. Ball 3, and the count fills up 3-2. So a huge at-bat right now. Infield playing deep for your Rogues. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of 4. And the 3-2 from Kane. Fastball gets away from the catcher of Troy Osborne, as actually he was hit by the pitch, and also he was able to work the walk. So Campbell extends the 4th inning with a 2-out walk
now batting third base
in Medford.
J.C. Agard.
So now the Spartan from San Jose State, J.C. Agard, goes to work now. This has been a guy that was very fun to watch in the spring. Changed the complexity of the Spartan series in Fresno against Fresno State. He swung the bat well at Pete Bynum Field at Bob Bennett Stadium. And he's been a guy that's been swinging the bat well so far in wine country. First offering home. Fastball misses outside ball 1. Guard this season averaging .278 at the dish. And San Jose State's building a pretty good program led by head coach Brad Sanfilippo. 1-0 pitch, wave and a miss, strike 1. And San Jose State almost went all the way to the tournament. They were 1 game away, but lost to Fresno State down in Mesa, Arizona at Sloan Park, 1-1. That's going to be a line drive foul down that left field line, strike 2. And actually eliminated Nevada at 1:30 in the morning and then had a quick turnaround to take on the Diamond Dogs of Fresno State in that same day. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curveball misses upstairs, ball 2. And actually, a guy was in that game at 1:30, Josiah Palomino. Deuce is wild in the top half of inning number 4 in the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Another strikeout for Kane Morgan, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors committed by Medford, and one left stranded as it is the two-out base runner of Cade Campbell at first base. We go to the bottom half of inning number 4 right after this, as it is Kyle Norton, Johnny Alley, and Mason Perello due up. Can Medford crack into the run column? We shall see. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0, Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
Healdsburg 6, Medford 0 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 4 at Harry and David Field. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network as it is 2, 3, and 4 duo up for your Rogues. Kyle Norton followed by Johnny Alley and Mason Perello as it is Tanner Bradley, the Duck from the University of Oregon. 3 strikeouts so far, and he's been able to send the Rogues in order 1, 2, 3 in the first and the third. So Kyle Norton goes to work for his second at-bat. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch on the way, inside below the knees, ball 1. Kyle Norton 0 for 1 so far this evening. The young man from Georgia going at college. Playing his first full week in a Medford Rogues uniform. Rogues trailing by 6. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball misses. Outside, ball 2. And it has been the fastball that's been fun to watch so far from Tanner Bradley. But also it's been the off-speed as well. That curveball has been singing as of late. 2 balls and no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside corner, strike 1. Healdsburg 6, Medford 0, bottom half of inning number 4. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. That 1 hit came off the bat of Mark Fedro to continue the bottom half of inning number 2. 2-1 pitch, ball escapes away from the catcher of Berg. Ball 3. Three balls and a strike in the bottom half inning number 4. Johnny Alley waits on deck. 3-1. Fastball in the air. Left field going to his right is Grimmer. Grimmer on the run, drifting to his right, and he's able to make the grab for out number 1. So Kyle Norton flies out for the first out of the frame as Johnny Alley goes to work now with the bases empty and 1 out in the bottom of 4. So right now Medford trying to find a way to keep this offense moving. Medford right now, no runs on 1 hit. The offense has gone to a screeching halt so far, except for that 2-out single off the bat of Mark Fedro. Now Johnny Alley goes to work. First offering home to Johnny. Fastball. Finds the upper third, strike 1. And this has been a very interesting strike zone to watch as it's been fluctuating between a very large zone and a very small zone from the home plate umpire, Chris Bevan. The strike 1 pitch home. Ground ball pulled to the right side, going to his left to Savatini. Savateri throws it over to first, and it will be in time for out number 2. 4-3 on the ground out for the second out of the frame. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half, inning number 4, as Mason Perello goes to work now. Mason Perello trying to find this offense now. Mason 0 for 1 so far this evening. First offering home. Fastball. Fouled off down that first base side, strike 1. No balls and a strike to Mason Perello. 0 for 1 so far. Now his family's listening right now. The future Cougar of Washington State trying to continue this frame. We talked about how Mark Fedro continued the second inning with that 2-out base knock. Now Perello finds himself behind, no balls and a strike. 0-1, fouls it off, strike 2. And now Mason Perello finds himself behind, no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 4. Right against right. The bottom half of inning number 4, game 1 of this 2-game series. The 0-2, fastball, bouncer to the right side of the infield. Savatiri picks it up to throw to first in time for out number 3. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded, as it is another 1-2-3 scoreless inning for Tanner Bradley. We go to the 5th right after this. It's Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. 6-0, Prune Packers out in front. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It is all Healdsburg as we go to the top half of inning number 5 at Harry and David Field. My name is Brian Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Glad to be a part of your Tuesday evening, wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. As that first pitch on the way is a changeup from Kane Morgan that finds the middle, third, strike 1 to Anatoly Sanatiri. Guy who's been 0 for 2 so far this evening. 6-0. Healdsburg out in front, breaking. Actually, that changeup misses outside of ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike in the top half of inning number 5. Kane Morgan's changeup has been fun to watch so far this evening. 1-1. Slider misses down and out. Ball 2. Savatiri at the dish now. The Red Raider from Texas Tech. This spring for the Red Raiders. Average 288. 2 balls and a strike. Changeup misses. Upstairs, ball 3. Healdsburg out in front, 6-0 against your Medford Rogues. 4 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. Morgan ready, and the lefty is 3-1. Curve changeup that misses down and out. Ball 4, and Savatiri is able to work a leadoff walk to begin the top half inning number 5. So Jonathan Kim goes to work now. Jonathan Kim gets his 4th at-bat of the evening. 1 for 2 so far with a hit by pitch on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. And Healdsburg has been able to strike while the iron's hot. 4 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. First offering home. Changeup that misses downstairs, ball 1. Kim led off the ball game with a solo shot to right field. First run scored for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. This is a Prune Packer squad that's been seeing the ball well this season. 1-0 pitch instead thrown over to first. Chase back the runner of Sanatiri. Shout out to one of the broadcasters for Healdsburg as that 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the screen. Hugo for helping us figure out the pronunciation for Antitelli, I should say, of Savatiri. Thank you for that, Hugo. Listening back in Northern California down in wine country. 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw over to first base and the tag, and that's going to be a balk on Kane Morgan. So Savatiri's going to go over to second base, so a balk called on Kane Morgan, and now that will bring out head coach Kevin Olmstead, and now he'll have a conversation with Chris Bevan. So now you think about it, we've seen block calls before, and now head coach Kevin Olmstead will have a conversation with Kane Morgan, or actually he'll have a conversation with A.J. Herbold now. This has been very interesting to watch. Conversation continues, and Kevin Olmstead will walk back to the dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike in the top half of inning number 5. 6-0, Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. Game 1 of this 2-game series. Since it's been scoreless since the 2nd inning. 1-1, chopper right side. Travis Finio charge on it. Takes it on 1 hop to throw over to first base, and it will be in time for out number 1. So it will be 4-3 on the ground out as Jonathan Kim moves Savatiri over to third base, putting Healdsburg only 90 feet away from scoring. So Alex Leopard goes to work now with 1 on and 1 out in the top half of inning number 5. 6-0, Healdsburg out in front. And right now, this pitching staff for the Rogues has had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows so far in game 1 of this 2-game series. Now infield will play. They'll play on the grass for your Rogues. First offering on the way. Changeup finds the outside third, strike 1. As that changeup masquerades as a slider for Kane Morgan. He wants a little bit more break on it, as he told me a couple of days ago. Ahead, no balls and a strike. Changeup finds, misses. Outside, ball 1, says home plate umpire Chris Bevan. So now the ones are wild in the top half of inning number 5. 1 out and 1 on. Healdsburg still leading 6-0, 1-1. That's going to be a laser down that right field line, base hit as he beats the shift. That will drive in Savatiri, rounding first, speeding towards second. He's going to dig for 3. Leopard's going to get over to third base, and the tag is going to get away from Mark Fedro, and he's going to go from third base, and he's going to score standing up a 2-run inside the park home run for Alex Leopard. Makes it an 8-0 lead for Healdsburg. Wow. So officially it will be scored a hit. So Leopard will get an inside the park home run with a Little League home run to help that one out.
How about in first baseman Logan Sutter?
So Logan Sutter goes to work now. So 2 home runs in this game. 1 from Kim, now 1 from Leopard. That first pitch on the way. It's a strike on the outside third, strike 1. Now it is an 8-0 lead. Strike 1 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and out, ball 1. Jonathan Kim led off the game with a solo home run. Alex Leopard with a 2-run inside the park home run. 1 ball and 1 strike. Curveball misses outside ball 2. Just a tough one on this Tuesday evening for your Medford Rogues on this Chick-fil-A Tuesday. 2-1. Line drive, that's going to go right to Frankie Ritigliano at short for out number 2. So Sutter lines out for the second out of the frame as left fielder Blake Grimmer goes to work now with 2 outs and nobody on in the top half of inning number 5. Now Grimmer 0 for 1 so far with a pair of walks as the sun's about to set in the Rogue Valley. And the wind is blowing in right now. Blue skies overhead, but some clouds. Some thin clouds as that first pitch changeup misses down and out, ball 1. 8-0, Healdsburg out in front. 1-0 pitch. Bouncer right side picked in. That's going to be not picked up by Kyle Norton. That ball scoots into right field. And Blake Grimmer gets aboard of a 2-out knock to continue the top half of inning number 5. So that is another hit in the hit column for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 1 on, 2 outs. So 8 runs on 6 hits so far this evening. Alex Bird goes to work now, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Healdsburg offensively has been able to have fun, so officially that will be an error, an E3 recorded as Grimmer will reach on. First offering home from Kane Morgan. Changeup misses down and out, ball 1. 2-run inside the park home run. Off the bat of Alex Leopard. Has made it an 8-0 game. Now Chris Bevan gives a signal to Kaden Morgan, runner at first base. That is Grimmer. Norton holding the runner at first. 1 ball, no strikes. Changeup misses outside ball 2. And the strike zone still is being peculiar for both teams tonight. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Changeup again, finds the outside corner, strike 1, I should say. And that pitch was 2 paces further away from that last pitch. 2 balls and a strike in the top half of inning number 5. 2 balls and a strike. Wave and a miss, good changeup there by Kane Morgan. Now the deuces are wild in the top half of inning number 5. 1 on, 2 outs. Blake Grimmer over at first base. 2 runs scored so far in this frame. A 2-run inside the park home run off the bat of Alex Leopard. 2-2. Hits it in the air, and that's tomahawked foul down that first base side, so we'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's all Healdsburg out in front, 8-0. Against your Medford Rogues on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. The left-handed batter goes back to work once again as Jacob French waits on deck. 2-2. Hits it in the air. That ball's in the air. Skying, tracking it down is Perella. Perella will try to track it down. All he can do is watch that one go over the yard, over the fence and out of the yard. A 2-run jack courtesy of Alex Burge. Wow. So the second home run in this inning goes off the bat of the guy who walked it off on Saturday, Alex Burge. And now makes it a decade lead for the Prune Packers. 10-0, Prune Packers out in front. All of 2 hits now. Medford on damage control with the pitching staff. First pitch on the way, that's a ball. 1 ball and no strikes in the top half of inning number 5, and the pitch. Good curveball, waving a miss, strike 1. Jacob French tonight, 1 for 3 so far. Fielder's choice in the first, made all the way to third base. Left stranded there, RBI single in the third. It's 1-1. Slices it foul down that left field line, strike 2.
That one's just a bit foul.
And Healdsburg, we talked about this before. Healdsburg's Iceman from Top Gun. Make one mistake, and it'll cost you. Because this team is too good. 1-2. Fouled off down that left field line. Will do it again. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Especially from the jump in the top half inning number 1. 4 runs scored in the first. 2 runs scored in the second. Rogues able to limit the damage in the third and the fourth with a pair of zeros. Now 4 runs across the plate in this frame. It misses outside ball 2. Now deuces are wild in the top half inning number 5. So it has been a very frustrating one for this pitching staff for your Rogues. The Rogues that have had some great stuff on the hill so far. 2-2. Ground ball, left side going to his right is Retigliano. Retigliano throws it over to first base, and the throw's going to get away from the first baseman, Kyle Norton. And Jacob French will reach on a hit to continue the frame, all with 2 outs. So Jacob French will have a 2-out single. So now they're going to send him over to second base. So it will be a base hit, and it will be an error. So the second error committed in this frame so far as Cade Campbell goes to work now with 1 on and 2 outs in the top half inning number 5. Morgan sets, and the first offering home. Knuckles it to the right side, charging in as the second baseman Finney vacuums it up, and the throw over to first will be in time for out number 3, and the inning is over. 4 runs come across the plate on 1, 2 errors, 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors committed by your Medford Rogues, and 1 left stranded, as it is Jacob French over at first base. Go to the bottom half of inning number 5 right after this. It's all Healdsburg out in front, 10-0 against your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Orlando Covarrubias leads off the bottom half of inning number 5, looking for a spark to kick off the bottom half of the 5th. As that first pitch on the way from the starter, Tanner Bradley, as a fastball misses upstairs, ball 1. As it is 5, 6, and 7 due up for your Medford Rogues of Orlando Covarrubias, followed by Mark Fedro and Troy Osborne. As it is all Healdsburg, 10-0. Prune Packers out in front. 1-0 pitch misses outside, ball 2. If you're just now joining us on the Rogue Streaming Network, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors committed. So far for your Medford Rogues, lone base runner able to get aboard was Mark Fedro. Mark Fedro able to have 5 hits in 3 games so far. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Breaking ball finds the outside corner, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Orlando Covarrubias. Covarrubias 0 for 1 so far tonight, struck out in the second. Two balls and a strike. Breaking ball finds the outside third, strike 2. And it's been that off-speed pitch for Tanner Bradley, plus with the fastball. Good giddy up on that fastball from the Duck from the University of Oregon out of the Big Ten. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the 2-2 pitch. Misses down and out, ball 3, and the count fills up 3-2. Tanner Bradley, a part of the University of Oregon. Oregon able to host a regional, but was eliminated at the hands of the Mustangs of Cal Poly out of the Big West. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch home. Fastball misses up and out. Ball 4, Orlando Covarrubias able to work a walk. And the Rogues fans able to be excited about that one. And now Joey Gomes will step out of the dugout, and he will jog to the hill to have a conversation with Tanner Bradley and the whole entire infield, as that is the first base runner given up by Tanner Bradley so far on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. And this pause the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and at Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. It is a 10-run lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers out of the wine country. Prune Packers looking for a 5-peat. Medford trying to upset the apple cart in game 1 of this 2-game series. Medford right now in a 10-run hole, as the guy that has been pretty good at the plate so far this evening, Mark Fedro, goes to work now. He's 1 for 1 so far. Mark Fedro able to have that ground ball that escaped away from the second baseman of Savatiri to continue the bottom half of inning number 2. So 1 on and no outs. The first baseman is Sutter holding the runner. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 1. As this has been a very interesting evening for your Medford Rogues offensively. The offense was pretty dominant throughout the 4-game series against the Solana Mudcats, but when you're going up against D1 talent in a D1 arm, the strike 1 pitch on the way. Fastball misses down, ball 1. Just a little bit faster at the dish. Mark Fedro 1 for 1 so far. Waits for the 1-1 from the pitcher of Bradley. Checks on the runner of Orlando Covarrubias at first base. 1-1, curveball misses outside, ball 2. I know that Mark's mom and dad and brother are listening right now in Florida. I know that Mark's grandparents in Colorado are listening right now on the Rogue Streaming Network. Mark ahead, 2 balls and a strike in the bottom half of inning number 5. Tanner Bradley facing some adversity for the first time this evening. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball right side. That's going to go right over to Sutter. Throws it over to second base. Campbell back over to first, and the throw is not going to be in time. So it will be 3-6 to force out Corbarubius. And Mark Fedro reaches on base for the second time this evening. First time on a fielder's choice, so 1 out and 1 on in the bottom half of inning number 5, as it is going to be Troy Osborne ready to go to work now.
Troy Osborne.
How about this for a curveball? Third baseman of Agard playing way deep. How about this? You lay down a bunt if you're Troy. But, hey, you know what? Medford right now trying to get a run across the plate, throw over to first base, try to get the runner on Mark Fedro out. The first base umpire of Andrew Herbold says he's safe at the bag. First one home, fastball above the knees, ball 1. Troy Osborne 0 for 1 so far this evening. Osborne, the right-handed batter, trying to keep this offense moving. Runner at first base, 1 out, bottom of 5, 10-0. Healdsburg out in front. Wind blowing 5 to 10 miles per hour into the ballpark. Sun about to set. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball upstairs, throw over to first base by Berg, and the tag is not going to be applied in time by Sutter. Good snap throw from the catcher of Berg, the Golden Bear. 2 balls and no strikes in the bottom half inning number 5, 10-0. Healdsburg out in front. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Good curveball, wave and a miss, strike 1. And that's been the lucky pitch so far for Tanner Bradley tonight. This Rogues lineup a little bit juiced in this one, with the excitement of taking on a squad with a lot of D1 players. But you heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead, there's another baseball team that's been playing some really good baseball. The top 2 teams in the Pacific Empire League playing right now. Lincoln can make some noise. They could possibly that's the ball, 3 balls and 1 strike. Think about it. Lincoln is taking on West Coast Kings right now. Humboldt's taking on the Chico Lone Wolves. We'll give you those scores in a little bit with the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. 3 balls and a strike from Tanner Bradley. Fastball misses. Up and in, ball 4, and that is the second walk issued by the starter, Tanner Bradley. So right now, Medford busy on the bases on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Fielder's choice. And now Joey Gomes will walk out, and he will take the ball away from the starter, Tanner Bradley. He gives up a pair of walks. And we will have a new pitcher. I'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this. Healdsburg still in the driver's seat, 10-0 against your Medford Rogues. I'll tell you who the new pitcher is when we come right back after this. More from the Rogue Valley, Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports,
high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet-friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
New pitcher for the Healdsburg Prune Packers as we are in the bottom half of inning number 5, as it is Michael Mechna in relief for the starter Tanner Bradley. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Tanner Bradley able to go 4 innings strong, 1 hit, 4 1/3 innings pitched. 1 hit, no errors, no runs, walked 2, and had 3 strikeouts for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Michael Mechna goes to work now, a fellow Duck out of the University of Oregon, a guy who grew up in Omaha, Nebraska, has runners at first and second, 1 out. First offering on the way. It's fastball. It locates on the inside corner, strike 1. Mechna, 6'3", 205 pounds, from Omaha, Nebraska. Isaac Hill right now, 0 for 1 so far this evening. Grounded out in his first at-bat and lead off the 3rd inning. No balls and a strike. Runners at first and second. Mark Vedra over at second base. Medium, big lead for him. And it's fouled off to the screen. Strike 2. Isaac Hill last week saw the ball really well for your Medford Rogues. Medford trying to find a way to get their first run across the plate this evening. It's been a struggle, especially with how the pitching of Tanner Bradley has been giving fits to the Rogues all evening long. 10-0, Healdsburg out in front, bottom half inning number 5. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch home for Mechna. Fastball, it's strike 3, calling on the upper third. So Isaac Hill will go back to the dugout. And that strike zone has been very fluctuating so far this evening from Chris Bevan. Now Frankie Retigliano goes to work now with 2 on and 2 outs in the bottom half inning number 5. Big opportunity right now. Medford has only left 1 base runner aboard, but it's been a struggle to find ways to get runners across the plate. Still a big goose egg in that run column for your Medford Rogues. First offering home, fastball. That misses downstairs, ball 1. And there is a giddy up in that fastball for the pitcher of Michael Mechna from the University of Oregon. Another Duck back in the Pacific Northwest. Once again, a couple of pitchers from the Big Ten. Can't believe I'm saying the Big Ten in Oregon. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch home from Mechna as he checks on the runner of Fedro at second. And it's pitch home. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 1. Oregon had a pretty good year in the Big Ten in their first season in Big Ten play. Able to win the Big Ten championship in football. Did some damage in baseball. Hosted a regional. Now at the University of Oregon falling to Cal Poly. That was kind of a shock to the college baseball world. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on. Fedro at second, Osborne at first, and the 1-1. Breaking ball finds the upper third, strike 2. And now Retigliano finds himself behind 1 ball and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 5. Retigliano 0 for 1 so far this evening. Grounded out to the first baseman, Sutter. 10-0, Prune Packers out in front on this Tuesday evening. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball, and he taps it foul down that first base side, out of play. Retigliano trying to find ways to keep this offense moving. No runs, 1 hit. As it's been a very strugglesome evening for this Medford Rogue squad. The Rogues going into this game tonight, seeing the ball well, having great at-bats, but tonight running into the pitching force of Tanner Bradley and now Michael Mechna. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mechna checks on the runner of Fedro at second, and that pitch misses down and out, ball 2. And now our deuces are wild in the bottom half inning number 5 for Frankie Retigliano. The Australian of Travis Finney waits on deck for your Rogues right now in the bottom half inning number 5. Wind blowing strongly in the ballpark at Harry and David Field. 10-0, Healdsburg out in front. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch home. Ground ball, left side bouncer into left field. Rounding third, racing towards home is Mark Fedro. He's going to score standing up. RBI single off the bat of Frankie Ritigliano. And Medford gets on the board in the bottom half of inning number 5 of a huge 2-out RBI single in the bottom half of inning number 5. Medford only trails by 9 now. Now Travis Finney goes to work. Medford right now keeping this offense moving. And this is the first time we've seen life out of this Rogue squad. 10-1, Healdsburg out in front, 2 on, 2 outs. Infield playing deep for the Prune Packers in the bottom half of inning number 5. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors so far. Runners at first and second, and the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air as Travis Finney. That ball is going to be in the center field. Center fielder Kim able to make the grab for out number 3, and the inning is over. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on as it is Troy Osborne at second base and Frankie Ritigliano at first. The Rogues get on the board, but they still trail by 9, 10-1 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. We go to the top half of inning number 6 right after this. More from the Rogue Valley, Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
It's a 9-run lead to Healdsburg Prune Packers at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. 10-1, Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. New pitcher coming in for your Rogues, as it is Caleb Randolph in relief for Kane Morgan. This pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Kane Morgan able to go 2 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, actually 4 runs, I should say. Correct him, but actually able to strike out one. Actually strikes out 2 batters, and it only walks once, in fact, and 2 errors committed. Actually 3 hits, 4 runs, 2 errors, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. For Mr. Kane Morgan, as Caleb Randolph getting his warm-up tosses in right now, he gets ready to go to work now. Earned run average of 6.35 on the season. 6 games he's appeared in. As a right-handed batter, J.C. Agard goes to work now. The Spartan from San Jose State, hungry to make some noise. 0 for 2 so far for hit by pitch. 10-1, Healdsburg out in front. First offering on the way. Whistles past Agard, strike 1. J.C. Agard from San Jose State, a guy that's been seeing the ball well this season, especially in league play. Only averaging .278 at the dish. Strike 1 pitch on the way. Knuckles to the right side, and it will be a fair ball, and it will be stepped on the bag by Kyle Norton. So it will be 3 unassisted for the first out of the frame.
Oregon Tech number 45, Caleb Randolph.
One out, nobody on. Top half of inning number 6. Antelli Savatiri goes to work now. Savatiri 0 for 2 so far for walk on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. 10-1 to Healdsburg out in front. Caleb Randolph hungry to make some noise. And the tall righty's first pitch, fastball, cued foul to that left side. Strike 1, no balls and a strike to Savatiri. Special thanks to Hugo, one of their broadcasters. Healdsburg has 4 broadcasters this season. No balls and a strike in the top half of inning number 6. Strike 1 pitch. Savatiri hits it in the air, sky into center field. Johnny Alley's going to jog towards it, and he's able to make the grab for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 6 as we go back to the top of the order with Jonathan Kim. Jonathan Kim so far tonight, 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch. As he goes to work now with 2 gone and the base is empty in the top half of inning number 6, 10-1, Healdsburg out in front. And Healdsburg right now looking really strong offensively, 10 runs on 8 hits so far on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Huge opportunity right now for Caleb Randolph to shut the door on this aggressive Prune Packers squad. First offering home. Bouncy ball gets away from the catcher of Troy Osborne, ball 1. And it's been a very struggle-some evening for your Medford Rogues. Nathan Hunter, who got the start, the young man from Concordia University Irvine, only able to record 1 out. Then he was chased out of the game. Colin Schultz was able to settle down the bats of the Prune Packers, 1-0. Fastball, as he did go around on it, says home plate umpire Chris Bevan, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the center fielder of Jonathan Kim. Alex Leopard waits on deck. The top half of inning number 6. So it's been a very tumultuous time on the hill for this Rogue squad on the defensively, pitching with that curveball. 1-1 misses, outside ball 2. Kim led off the game with a solo home run to right field, struck out in the first inning. He had 2 at-bats in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, made all the way to third base but left stranded. Grounded out to second base in the 5th. 2-1 pitch misses, outside ball 3. Caleb Randolph trying to find that strike zone once again. Base is empty, 2 outs. Medford defensively looking for that first 1-2-3 inning this evening. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball back flies, and it's going to be tracked down by Kyle Norton. And the bat broken in half, and Travis Finney will pick it up and he'll get it over to Healdsburg. But it is the first time the Prune Packers go in order 1, 2, 3. As it is, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded. As it is a 1-2-3 inning for Caleb Randolph. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6 right after this. Medford still trailing by 9, 10-1 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Due up for your Rogues. It is Kyle Norton, followed by Johnny Alley and Mason Perello. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the bottom half of inning number 6. Medford still trailing by 9, 10-1 against Healdsburg. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
We go to the bottom half of inning number 6 at Harry and David Field, as it is Kyle Norton to lead off the frame, followed by Johnny Alley and Mason Perello. 10-1 at Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. Game 1 of this 2-game series in the Rogue Valley. Medford 1 run on 2 hits, able to score their first run of the game off an RBI single from Frankie Retigliano. Kyle Norton 0 for 2 so far as he fouls it off down that left field line. Strike 2 as he's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. In the bottom half of inning number 6. Just now join us on the Rogue Streaming Network. It's been a very interesting one so far. Medford struggling to get off the field defensively because of the mighty bats of the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 10-1, Healdsburg out in front, 0-2. Ground ball, roller towards second, picked up by the second baseman Martinez, the new replacement, and the ball escapes away from Sutter at first, and that will be an error. So Kyle Norton gets aboard via an error to begin the bottom half of inning number 6. Huge opportunity right there for the Medford Rogues. We've seen the Rogues be able to take advantage of situations exactly like what we just saw there. As Johnny Alley goes to work now, 1 on, no outs, bottom half of inning number 6. Johnny Alley's had a quiet night so far, 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Medford 1 run on 2 hits so far on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Good crowd on hand for game 1 of the series. First pitch on the way, wave and a miss, strike 1. And it's been a very tough one for this Rogue squad offensively, especially battling the pitcher of Tanner Bradley. Young man from the University of Oregon, able to have a trio of strikeouts with that curveball, and that fastball was fun to watch. Strike 1 pitch, fouled off. Strike 2. Johnny Alley, the fisherman, actually went fishing yesterday. That's correct. The fisherman trying to get aboard behind no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 6, no outs. 10-1, Healdsburg out in front. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch home. Fastball outside, ball 1. Mason Perello waits on deck, the other fisherman on this Rogue squad. Kyle Norton at first base. First baseman Sutter holding the runner at first. Wind blowing softly, nearly 5 miles per hour on the flagpole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big lead for Norton at first. 1-2, misses. Outside, ball 2. 2-2's the count to the lefty of Johnny Alley. 10-1, Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. Game 1 of this 2-game series at Harry and David Field. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield playing deep for the Prune Packers, and the pitch, 2-2, breaking ball. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Alley's down on strikes, and he'll go back to the dugout, as that is the second strikeout for Michael Mecca.
From Washington State University, Mason Perello.
So 1 on and 1 out in the bottom half of inning number 6. Mason Perello goes to work now. Medford offensively trying to find their offensive footing. Only 1 run on 2 hits so far. Third baseman Vegard playing even at the bag at third. First pitch on the way, breaking ball finds that inside corner, strike 1. Mason Perello 0 for 2 so far tonight, a strikeout and a ground out. Perello trying to find some offensive muster. This team right now trying to get themselves off the mat. Trailing by 9, chopper to the right side. Martinez will pick it up, scoops it, the throw to first, and it will be in time as that will move the runner of Norton over to second base, as it is 4-3 on the ground out as Perello's down. 2 outs and 1 on, bottom half of inning number 6, as it is Orlando Covarrubias ready to go to work now. 0 for 1 so far of a walk on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. This is a big at-bat right now for Orlando Covarrubias. Covarrubias has been quiet tonight as well, as this offense for the Rogues has been ice cold as of late. Game 1 of this 2-game series. First game of 5 in the season between the Prune Packers. Big lead for Kyle Norton at second base. Dancing around over there. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 1. And right now, you think about it, if Lincoln beats the West Coast Kings, Lincoln could possibly be tied with Medford for second place if it all shaped out tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Fastball, that's hitting the air, charging in his second baseman Martinez. A throw over to first, and the throw is going to be in time for out number 3. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 1 error committed by Healdsburg, and 1 left on as it is the leadoff base runner Kyle Norton over at second base. We have played 6 in the Rogue Valley. It is Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues, 10-1 against your Medford Rogues. We'll be right back in 90 seconds. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
It is a beautiful evening for baseball in the Rogue Valley, as it is Healdsburg out in front 10-1 against your Medford Rogues. We go to the top half of inning number 7 at Harry and David Field. My name is Brian Woj of the Rogue Streaming Network. Glad to be a part of your Tuesday evening, wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Let's catch you up on how the game has gone so far tonight in Game 1 of this 2-game series, as Healdsburg did not waste any time in the top half inning number 1. Lead-off home run from Jonathan Kim out to right field. Pair of singles off the bat of Alex Leopard and Logan Sutter, and Blake Grimm were able to cash them all in for runs. 4 runs scored in the first inning, 2 runs scored in the third inning, actually the second inning I should say, by the Healdsburg Prune Packers, and then they went quiet in a big 5th inning. 4 runs came across the plate, as it is a 10-1 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers as we go to work right now as Alex Leopard, actually my apologies, it's a new person at the dish now, as it is Jace Souza. So Jace Souza will make his appearance. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball by Caleb Randolph finds the inside corner, strike 1. As it is Souza, followed by Logan Sutter and Blake Grimmer. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Line drive over the head of the first baseman, Garrett Barlow. That's a fair ball into the corner in right field. Souza putting on the speed, and he's going to get to second base, and he'll drop the tail hook at second base. Leadoff stand-up double for Jay Souza off the bench, and Souza gets aboard of a stand-up double in the top half of inning number 7. So a tough one already, as we will have a new batter coming in as well, as it is Cade Ladohoff, the young man from the University of Michigan. So Cade Ladohoff will replace Sutter at first base.
Now batting the first baseman, Cade Ladohoff.
Ladohoff goes to work now. Right-handed batter battling the righty of Caleb Anderson. The top half of inning number 7, 10-1. Healdsburg out in front. It's been a tough one so far for this Rogues pitching staff. First pitch on the way. Finds the inside third, strike 1. Ladohoff averaging .267 in league play this summer. Averaged .190 for the Wolverines. No balls and a strike, and the pitch. Curveball, bouncer, left side, takes it on one hop as a shortstop, Frankie Vitigliano, and the throw over to first will be in time for out number 1. So Souza will advance to third base, 6-3 on the ground out for the first out of the frame. 1 out and 1 on in the top half inning number 7 as Blake Grimmer goes to work now. The left-handed batter trying to keep this 9-run lead going for the Prune Packers. Prune Packers got the lead early, and they have not let go of it since then. 4 in the first, 2 in the second. 4 runs scored in the 5th as that first pitch on the way. Strike that finds the bottom third, 0-1. Blake Grimmer so far this evening, pair of walks, strike out and an error. No balls and a strike in the top half inning number 7. 0-1, curveball, bouncer to the right side. Garrett Bardo will take it on one hop, toss it over to Caleb Randolph. He's able to step on the square in time for out number 2, but it will be an RBI ground out off the bat of Grimmer, as that will drive in Souza, the leadoff man, as it is a 10-run lead. The Healdsburg Prune Packers in the top half of inning number 7, 11-1. Prune Packers leading against your Medford Rogues. Should go to work now, as it is the left-handed batter of Alex Berg ready to go to work now.
Catcher Alex Berg.
Berg with a 2-run homer. 2 home runs in that 5th inning. So that first pitch on the way, a ball upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Top half inning number 7. 11 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Healdsburg. Healdsburg has kept the pedal to the metal so far on this Tuesday evening. 1 ball, no strikes. Randolph sets and the pitch. 1-0 fastball downhill, and it's on the bottom. 3rd strike 1. Good location by Caleb Randolph so far. Counts even 1-1. One, breaking ball finds the outside corner, strike 2, and now Caleb Randolph finds himself ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes in the top half inning number 7. Now Randolph, head 1 and 2. Randolph ready. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2, fastball misses. Outside 2-2. Deuces are wild in the top half of inning number 7. Bases empty, infield playing deep for your Medford Rogues. And the pitch home. 2-2, chopper foul down that first base side. So we'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 7. When the Rogues head to the plate in the bottom half of this inning, it will be Mark Fedro, Troy Osborne, and Isaac Hill. All right, now Medford trying to find that offensive mojo again as they trail by a decade. 11-1 against Healdsburg. The top half inning number 7, 2-2. Fastball up and in. Ball 3, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The top half inning number 7. So if you're right now, Caleb Randolph is a pitcher that's been having some fun on the hill. Has had his moments. 4 pitchers used so far. Payoff pitch, fastball, hits it in the air, and that is going to drop down for a hit into the gap in the left center. Rounding first, speeding towards second is Berg, and Berg's going to coast towards second, and he'll drop the anchor at second base. Another double off the bat of the Prune Packers this evening as Alex Berg gets aboard with his 2nd hit on the evening. So if 1 on and 2 outs, as it is, Jake McCoy ready to go to work, replacing Jacob French. Jake McCoy from San Jose State, another Spartan in this Healdsburg lineup.
Designated hitter Jake McCoy.
And you think about how this team's been playing so far. Jake McCoy was a firecracker for the Spartans of San Jose State, able to provide some excitement for the Spartans throughout the whole entire spring season. 1 on, 2 outs, top half inning number 7. McCoy was a fixture in that Spartans lineup throughout the whole entire spring. First offered on the way, fastball, fouled off down that first base side, strike 1. And San Jose State was able to battle adversity, especially in the tournament. Had a battle. Very good New Mexico squad to get themselves into the double elimination round of in the Mountain West tournament. That's going to be a liner into left center field, rounding third, racing towards home is Berg, and the tag at the plate, and it's not going to be in time, as it is an RBI double for Jake McCoy off the bench, make it a 2-run inning in the top half inning number 7. So the runs continue to pour in. 12-1, Healdsburg out in front. As it is Cade Campbell ready to go to work now for his 5th appearance of the evening. You think about how this team's been playing so far. Medford trying to keep the pedal to the metal. Defensively trying to force Healdsburg get that 3rd out. 12-1, Prune Packers leading. First pitch, curveball, misses down and out, ball 1. There are some clouds overhead on this Tuesday evening in the Rogue Valley. Runner at second base, that is Jake McCoy. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Cute found at the screen, strike 1. I know our friends down in Healdsburg are probably enjoying this score right now. A 12-1 lead for the Prune Packers, top half of inning number 7. Game 2 tomorrow at 6:35, pregame show at 6:15. We will have our Rogues player spotlight. Plus, we will get to hear from head coach Kevin Olmstead. This Rogue squad. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hits it in the air is going to be Campbell. Tracking it down is going to be the left fielder. He's able to make the grab for out number 3. That was actually my apology. Aiden Horsley able to make the grab for out number 3, and the inning is over. 2 runs come across the plate for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 3 hits, no errors committed by Medford, and 1 left stranded, as is Jake McCoy off the bench at second base. It is time to stretch at Harry and David Field. 12-1, Healdsburg out in front. More from the Rogue Valley right after this. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports,
high school sports,
or college, know your role.
you can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Mark Fedro leads off the bottom half of inning number 7 at Harry and David Field as that strike one pitch on the way. Breaking ball finds the inside corner, strike 2. And Mark Fedro finds himself behind, no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 7. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses inside ball 1. Mark Fedro so far tonight, 1 for 2 so far, base hit in the second, fielder's choice in the 5th, able to cash that in for a run off the RBI single from Frankie Ortigliano. 1-2. Check swing. He did not go. Ball 2. I know Mark's family's listening right now in the great state of Florida. His brother's in a tennis tournament right now. Hopefully he's having fun in the Florida sun, playing tennis. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch home. Fastball right down the boulevard for strike 3, and Fedro's down on strikes. 1 gone in the bottom half of inning number 7.
The catcher from Grants Pass, Troy Osborne.
Now with 1 out, nobody on, bottom half of inning number 7. Troy Osborne goes to work now. Medford trailing 12-1 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Game 1 of this 2-game series, game 1 of 5 in the season. 2 games at the friendly confines of Harry and David Field. And the Prune Packers host for a 3-game series. First pitch on the way, breaking ball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Strike 1 pitch, he fouls it off down that first base side, strike 2. So now Osborne finds himself behind no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 7. Osborne today, 0 for 1 so far. Strikeout in the second, worked a walk in the 5th. Was left stranded over at second base behind 0-2. McKenna delivers. That's going to be ground ball right side. Escapes into right field. Base hit for Troy Osborne. So a 1-out base knock off the bat of Troy Osborne gets the offense moving in the bottom half of inning number 7. Huge opportunity right now as Isaac Hill has had a quiet evening so far. Isaac Hill 0 for 2 so far, goes to work. 1 on, 1 out, bottom half of inning number 7. Medford looking to score more than 1 run in this game tonight, in game 1 of this 2-game series. As this Rogue squad has been a little bit starstruck of how much Healdsburg has been able to play well so far. First offering on the way as he knuckles it foul to the screen. Strike 1. No balls and 1 strike in the bottom half of inning number 7 to Isaac Hill. Ground out and a strikeout. Hill's had some moments, but Medford trying to keep this pedal to the metal offensively. 1 run on 3 hits so far this evening. Very unusual for this Medford Rogue squad this season. No balls and a strike. Breaking ball finds the upper third, strike 2. And now once again, Isaac Hill finds himself behind no balls and 2 strikes. And what a perfect evening right now. If you're joining us on the live stream, if you're listening to it right now, it is beautifully pink skies overhead. 0-2. Hill hits it in the air. Right field going back is the right fielder Lepper. That ball's going to go over his head. That ball's bouncing right by the wall, going towards second. And that is going to be a stand-up double off the bat of Isaac Hill. We talked about how Isaac Hill has had a quiet evening, and Hill's able to wake up and have runners at second and third. Now it is Medford only 90 feet away from scoring in the bottom half of inning number 7. You think about it, Isaac Hill has had a great evening so far at this moment. Before then, not so good. So now a single off the bat of Osborne and now a double off the bat of Hill brings Frankie Tigliano in. Frankie able to drive in the first run of the evening and the only run for Medford. First offering home. Breaking ball finds the inside corner, strike 1, all with 1 out. Medford trying to keep the pedal to the metal offensively and keep Healdsburg on their toes, which has been a rarity so far this evening. But right now it's blue skies and there's pinks in the clouds. Perfect evening. No balls and a strike. Breaking ball finds that inside corner, strike 2. And that's been that off speed. That off speed has been the good stuff so far for Healdsburg tonight. Lights are turned on now. Runners at second and third. Osborne at third. Hill at second. Tigliano behind, no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch home. 0-2. Almost hits Frankie. Ball 1. Frankie Tigliano averaging .333 at the dish. Behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third, and the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air, pops it up into shallow left center field. Calling for it is a shortstop of Campbell. That ball is going to drop down in the middle of 3 infielders and outfielders, so a run will score. So that's going to be a bloop RBI single, and credit the lights for that one as the shortstop of Campbell, the left fielder of Grimmer, in the and the center fielder did not know where the ball was, of Souza. So an RBI single off the bat of Frankie Retigliano drives in another run for Medford, their second run of the evening. And Medford right now saying, hey, we got to keep the offense pedal to the metal now. Now Frankie Retigliano is at first base. Hill stays at second. A simple, in a normal environment, possibly sac fly as Travis Finney fouls that one off down that first base side, struck 1. Travis Finney back in the lineup after being on the IR. So now it is Travis Finney behind no balls and a strike in the bottom half of inning number 7. So a pair of RBI singles from Frankie Retigliano is a leading candidate for player of the game. Runners at first and second. Hill at second. Retigliano at first. No balls, 1 strike. Slider wave and a miss, strike 2. Now Travis Finney finds himself behind 0-2 in the bottom half of inning number 7. 12-2, Healdsburg out in front. And right now, this is a game that has been very interesting to watch. Medford waking up offensively piece by piece, but it has improved throughout this whole entire game since the 5th inning. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball, and he did miss it outside of ball 1. So Travis Finney still behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. There is somebody forming up in that bullpen for Healdsburg on that right field line. Bottom of 7, 12-2, Healdsburg out in front. Medford only trailing by 10. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Isaac Hill dancing around at second base. 1-2, fastball. Finney will pop it up into right field, tracking it down as the first baseman Lederhoff does not know where the ball goes, and it will go foul. That ball was like 5 feet left of the line down that right field line. That would have been a fair ball. Joey Gomes will jog out. He'll have a conversation with his reliever, Michael Mechna. And this whole entire infield, 12-2, Healdsburg out in front, bottom half of inning number 7. This pause of the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix and at Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. 2 on, 1 out, bottom half of inning number 7. 12-2, Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. Brian Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. If you're just now joining us, it's been a very interesting one so far. Medford's offense has been a little bit timid, but as of late, the Rogues able to find ways to keep this offense moving. 1 run in the bottom half inning number 5. And now another RBI single off the bat of Frankie Rutigliano pulls the deficit to 10. A 12-2, Healdsburg out in front. Isaac Hill at second base. Frankie Rutigliano occupying first. 1-2 pitch, and the ball escapes away from the catcher of Burge, and the runners will move to second and third. Hill will go to third, Rutigliano to second. And now Medford right now only 90 feet away from scoring in the bottom half of inning number 7. First time we've seen Burge have a little bit of trouble behind the dish. Burge has been able to catch a perfect game so far. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom half of inning number 7. The right-hander of Travis Finney trying to keep the offense moving. 2-2. Fastball hits it in the air. That is going to go out of play, and it will bounce on the grass berm. First baseman, the leadoff, had to track that one down, but ran right into the fence. Ran on that netting on that first base side. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 7. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Rogues in this game, in game 1 of this 2-game series. 5 games in total. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Finney line drive into right center, base hit. 1 runs in. Again, the wave around home is Frankie Rutigliano. He's going to score standing up. 2-run RBI single off the bat of Travis Finney. Welcome back, Travis. Rogues offensively starting to wake up now as it is an 8-run deficit. 3 runs scored in this frame so far by Medford. And now the Rogues not going away quietly in the bottom half inning number 7. So Garrett Bardo gets his first at-bat in this series, replacing Kyle Norton at first base. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 1. All with 1 out. Medford right now keeping this offense moving. 12-4, Healdsburg still leading, but a great response. Probably talk about like if you see in football. 1-0. Fastball, wave and a miss, good high fastball to make Garrett Bardo chase, strike 1. Talk about the first half and the second half. The first half was scoreless for the Rogues, but since the 4th inning, 4 runs across the plate. Once in the 5th, 3 runs currently in the 7th. As that 1-0 pitch is a strike, actually, on the 1 pitch, I should say, is on the strike way inside. Rogues faithful not happy about that strike zone. That has been fluctuating from a expanding zone to a shrinking zone from Chris Bevan. 1-2. Bardo ground ball down that left field line, base hit, into the corner it goes. Bardo speeding from first, going towards second. Travis Finney gets to third base as it is a stand-up double for Garrett Bardo. A huge hit off the bat of the young man currently in the transfer portal. Runners at second and third, and now the Prune Packers are scurrying to the bullpen in the bottom half of inning number 7.
Santa Barbara, Jordan Marion.
So now Jordan Marion goes to work now. All of one out in the bottom half of inning number 7. Medford trying to keep the pedal to the metal as the future Gaucho of UC Santa Barbara gets his first taste in this series. Runners at second and third, I should say. All of one out. First pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside of ball 1. Michael Mechna struggling to find that strike zone. The starter, Tanner Bradley, able to have a good presence in the zone. Good fastball, good curveball. Now with the reliever of Mechna being rattled is that 1-0 pitch strike that finds the outside corner, strike 1. Medford able to take advantage of this. 3 runs so far have scored. Troy Osborne of a 1-out single, a double off the bat of Isaac Hill. Retigliano able to drive in a run. 2-run RBI from Travis Finney. And a stand-up double from Garrett Bardo. Rogues offense back to where they were as that 1-1 is fouled off down to that left side, strike 2. I know Jordan Marion playing at third base now, replacing Mark Fedro. One ball, 2 strikes. Pass ball gets away from the catcher of Berg. 1 runs in. And a pass ball is going to drive in a run, make it a 4-run frame for your Medford Rogues in the bottom half of inning number 7, as it is a touchdown deficit for the Rogues. Bardo's able to scoot over to third base, and now Healdsburg is struggling to get out of this inning now. All of one out in the bottom half of inning number 7, and Medford waking up. And it was all started because of a 1-out base knock from Troy Osborne. We talked about this many times this season. Hitting is contagious. Touchdown lead for Healdsburg in the bottom half of inning number 7, all of 1 out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Wow. And the count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Otto coaching over at first base. Corey Siracusa at third base. Now Healdsburg is scrambling into the bullpen now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Marion trying to get aboard. The payoff. Marion hits it in the air. Going back is going to be Sousa. Sousa's going to camp under it. Camp make the grab. Tagging from third is going to be Garrett Bardo. He's going to score, staying up. Sack fly off the bat of Jordan Marion. Make it a 5-run frame now in the bottom half inning number 7. Perfect.
Now batting the center fielder from Washington State University.
Rogues have cut the deficit in half to 6, 12-6. Healdsburg out in front, all of 2 outs now. Now it is Mason Perello ready to go to work now. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses inside ball 1. 2 outs and the base is empty. Bottom of 7, 12-6. Healdsburg out in front against Medford. 1-0. Fastball downstairs, ball 2. And now the pitcher, Mechna, struggling to find the strike zone in the bottom half inning number 7. Pops it foul, screams over our heads, strike 1. But Medford has had their moments. And a 5-run frame has been the highlight so far in game 1 of the series. 2-1 pitch, and a fastball, wave and a miss, strike 2. And now deuces are wild in the bottom half of inning number 7. 5 runs on 5 hits so far in this inning. Mason Perello trying to extend the frame. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2, fastball elevated, ball 3. And the count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half inning number 7. 5 runs so far. And this inning, it was all started with a 1-out base knock off the bat of Troy Osborne. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 3-2, wave and a miss, strike three, and Pirello's down on strikes. And the inning is over, but it's a huge inning for Medford. 5 runs across the plate on 5 hits. No errors committed. Actually, no errors committed. And nobody left, as it is a 12-6 lead for Healdsburg as we go to the 8th. Right after this, more from Harry and David Field right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes, parents, community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
Crowd at Harry and David Field is starting to feel it on this Tuesday evening at the ballpark. Game 1 of this 2-game series after scoring 5 runs in the bottom half of inning number 7. Medford only trails by 6, 12-6 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers as it is Caleb Randolph ready to go to work now. As J.C. Agard will lead off the frame, followed by Antonelli Salatiri. And then the top of the order guy, Jonathan Kim, 8-9-1 due up as that first pitch on the way, fouled off at the screen, strike one. The Spartan from San Jose State hit by a pitch, 0 for 3 so far for a pair of strikeouts. Behind, no balls and 1 strike. And the pitch, 0-1 ground ball left side. Jordan Marion will pick it up at third. The throw over to first, and the throw is going to be scooped up in time by Garrett Bartle. What a play by the future third baseman of UC Santa Barbara. Jordan Marion gets him out. 5-3 on the ground out for the first out of the frame. Huge play there by Jordan Marion at third.
Now batting the first baseman, Max Martinez.
So it is Max Martinez replacing Antonelli. One out, nobody on. Top half inning number 8. First pitch on the way. Fastball, wave and a miss. Strike one. Good pitch there by Caleb Randolph. 12-6. Healdsburg out in front. And we talked about this before we went to the commercial break about how it's the first half and the second half. Healdsburg has dominated the first half, but the Rogues have dominated the second half. Strike one pitch. Curveball misses inside of ball one. Counts even 1 ball and a strike in the top half inning number 8. This has been a strike zone that has been very interesting to watch so far. Ones are wild in the top half of inning number 8. And the pitch, 1-1, bounce downstairs, ball 2. I know our friends in Healdsburg right now are probably enjoying this one, probably watching it at Rec Ballpark. The Rogues will make that trek to Rec Ballpark. The very interesting ballpark. I recommend you to come watch a game there. It's all wooden bleachers. It's pretty interesting. It's a historic ballpark, actually. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball finds the outside corner, strike 2. Beautiful location by Caleb Randolph. And it's been a little bit more giddy up in that fastball from the young man from Oregon Tech. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 8. 12-6, Healdsburg out in front. 2-2. Fastball popped up in the air by Martinez. Going into right field is going to be Orlando Covarrubias, and he's going to make the grab for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 8 with the bases empty. Go back to the top of the order of Jonathan Kim. Jonathan Kim started the game off of a bang, literally with a solo home run to right field. Since then, has quieted down a bit. Struck out in the first inning and had 2 at-bats. Hit by a pitch in the third, made it all the way to third base, was left stranded there, grounded out, and had a line out in the 5th and the 6th. First offering on the way. Off speed, misses upstairs, ball 1. But you think about, we talked about how hitting is contagious. 5 runs in the bottom half of inning number 7 for Medford. 1 ball and no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 1. Ball 2, I should say. Marion at third with Tigliano still at shortstop. Travis Finney at second base. Garrett Bardo at first base, playing deep. Everybody playing deep in the infield. 2-0 pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside third, strike 1. The Brandoff still behind 2 balls and a strike, but you can feel this Medford squad looking to find ways to keep the pedal to the metal. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 2-1 curveball, knuckle to the left side. Charge it in to Jordan Marion at third. Scoops it up to throw over to first. In time! What a play! Jordan Marion with another highlight reel play to close out the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left stranded as it is a 1-2-3 inning for Caleb Randolph and a big goose egg in on the scoreboard for the Healdsburg Prune Packers in the top half of inning number 8. We go to the bottom half of the 8th right after this. Healdsburg still leads by 6, 12-6 against your Medford Rogues. 2 up for your Rogues as it is going to be. As it is. Covarrubias, Fedro, and Osborne will tell you this offense right now. Actually, will be Jordan Marion in the 6th spot, I should say. But Medford right now finding ways to keep this on. Actually, my apologies. We'll figure out who's in that 6th spot. But Medford right now only trails by 6. We'll see what happens in the bottom half of inning number 8. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Orlando Covarrubias leads off the bottom half of inning number 8 at Harry and David. First pitch on the way is the ball upstairs, 1-0. As it is a new pitcher in for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, as it is Hayden Hattenbach. And this pitch change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. 1-0 pitch is upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes in the bottom half of inning number 8 as it is Lando Covarrubias, followed by Mark Federal. Pass ball gets away from the catcher, Burge, ball 3. 12-6 is our score. Healdsburg trying to keep this pedal to the metal now. But right now, the Rogues offense not going away quietly. We talked about this earlier as it was the Prune Packers that dominated the first half, but after the 4th inning, it's been all the Rogues. 3-0 pitch on the way. Fastball finds that outside corner, strike 1. Keep the at-bat going. Covarrubias tonight, 0 for 2 so far of a walk. Had a strikeout in the second. Grounded out in the bottom half of inning number 6. Did work a walk, and he works a walk there on that 3-1 pitch. So Orlando Covarrubias able to get aboard of a leadoff walk as Hayden Hattenbach gives him a walk in the first at-bat. So Mark Fedro will be at the plate now. 1 on, no outs, bottom half inning number 8. Hattenbach out of the University of Santa Barbara. Out of the UC Santa Barbara, I should say. Guy who grew up in San Rafael up in the North Bay. First offering on the way. Misses downstairs, ball 1. A lot of these players have grown up in the Bay Area. Mill Valley, San Jose, El Cerrito. One guy from Florida, Westland, Oregon. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball escapes away from the catcher, Burge, and Lando Covarrubias is going to get towards second, and he's going to drop the tail hook at second base, and Lando Covarrubias is able to get over to second base to eliminate the double play ball in the bottom half of inning number 8. 2 balls and no strikes right now for Mark Fedro. Mark Fedro 1 for 3 so far this evening. Walk in the second, actually base hit in the second, I should say, to lead off to keep the inning going. Wind blowing into the ballpark, 12-6. Healdsburg out in front. 2-0 pitch. Fastball finds the upper third, strike 1, says Chris Bevan, the home plate umpire. Base hit in the second, able to reach on a fielder's choice in the bottom half of inning number 5. Struck out to lead off the bottom half of the 7th. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch. Fastball, and it's fouled off down that first base side, strike 2. The count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 8. Troy Osborne waits on deck for your Rogues. 12-6, Healdsburg out in front. Game 1 of this 2-game series. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. And Fedro goes back to the dugout, down on strikes. Now with 1 out and 1 on in the bottom half inning number 8. Troy Osborne goes to work now. Medford trying to keep this offense moving. Medford offensively 6 runs on 7 hits. It's been fun to watch. We've been talking about it. The Rogues in the second half of this game have been able to be dominant against Healdsburg. It's how you start, but also how you finish. Is that first pitch on the way, misses downstairs, ball 1. Osborne tonight, 1 for 2 so far for walk. Struck out in the second, worked a walk in the 5th. Base hit to start that 5-run 7th inning. 1-0. Cues it foul to the screen, strike 1. That 1-out single started by Troy Osborne created a contagious inning for the Rogues offensively. 5 runs on 5 hits in that frame. Huge at-bat for Troy Osborne. We've been talking about it, about how this team has to have a good at-bat, and this team has been able to answer the call so far. 1's a wild in the bottom half of inning number 8. 1-1 pitch, fouled off to that right side, strike 2. And actually the weather is pretty nice as opposed to what we saw Saturday night, where it was dreary and cold, and it was not baseball weather, you know. I know the guys from Oregon Tech were enjoying it because in Klamath Falls, that's what it's like in the wintertime and also in the early spring. 1 ball and 2 strikes now, and the pitch. 1-2, fastball, strike 3 called on the inside corner. Generous call from the home plate umpire, Chris Bevan. Back-to-back Ks recorded for Hayden Hattenbach. So with 1 on and 2 outs in the bottom half of inning number 8, Isaac Hill goes to work now. Medford offensively trying to keep this offense moving. And Isaac Hill, who was able to provide a spark in the bottom half of the 7th with a huge double that kept the offense conga line moving. Is that first pitch on the way? Fastball misses down and in, ball 1. Isaac Hill so far this evening, 1 for 3 in game 1 of this 2-game series. The Rogues, when they head on the road in the middle part of July, they'll be stopping in Healdsburg for a 3-game series. 1-0 pitch. Fastball blows right past Hill, strike 1. We will give you a score update in the top half of inning number 9 with the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. And right now, this has been a it's been a learning experience for this Rogue squad. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball fouled off as the catcher of Burge got a piece of it. Ball 2. One ball and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 8. 12-6, Healdsburg out in front. Healdsburg so far 12 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for your Rogues. And it has been a more competitive game since the 4th inning. One-two, misses outside, ball 2. Now the deuces are wild in the bottom half of inning number 8. As it is, Orlando Covarrubias at second base. He's there because of a leadoff walk. Able to get towards second base on the pass ball. Isaac Hill trying to have another huge at-bat in this late one. 2-2, fouls it off down that first base side, giving chase, lead off the new first baseman. That ball lands on the grass berm on that first base side, so we'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 8. If we take a look at when this game goes final, that 5th inning is going to probably be, actually, my apologies, the 7th inning with that 5-run frame has been the deciding factor so far. Medford not going away quietly. 2 balls and 2 strikes again. Fastball misses downstairs, ball 3. As Hattenbach almost slipped off the hill. Hattenbach stands at 6'7". The guy from UC Santa Barbara trying to close out this frame. Guy who gave up a leadoff walk, but able to answer with 2 strikeouts. Looking to strike out the side. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 3-2 pitch. And it is strike 3 called on the outside corner, as it is 3 backwards Ks in a row as Hayden Hattenbach, the Gaucho from UC Santa Barbara, are able to strike out the side. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left as it is the leadoff man of Orlando Covarrubias over at second base. As we go to the 9th, right after this, Healdsburg still out in front by 6. 12-6 against your Medford Rogues. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. Every day the Rogues play at home, it's a different promotional night. Tuesday is Chick-fil-A night and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday, just to name a few. To find out which promotional day works for you, go to our website, medfordrogues.com. And as always, go Rogues! Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
New pitcher for your Medford Rogues as we head to the top half of inning number 9 at Harry and David Field. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network as it is Preston Daniels in relief of Caleb Randolph. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. As it is the left-handed batter to face the young man, Preston Daniels. First pitch on the way is a strike on that inside third, strike 1. As it is the batter of Jay Souza, batter from Honolulu, Hawaii. 0-1 pitch misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike in the top half of inning number 9. Souza 1 for 1 coming off the bench, placing Leopard. 1-1 ground ball right side picked up by Travis Finney. 360 by Travis to throw to first in time. A great play by the pirouetting Travis Finney. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the frame. Good play there. 360 spin by Travis Finney. As Cade led off, we'll go to work now. 1 out, nobody on. Top half of inning number 9. 12-6, Healdsburg out in front. The right-handed batter 0 for 1 so far, replacing the first baseman Logan Sutter. Sutter able to go 1 for 3 with a walk, as that is a strike on the outside third, strike 1. Three innings of work for Caleb Randolph tonight. 0-1 pitch, wave and a miss. Good slider by Preston Daniels to make him chase. And now Daniels is in charge of the count. No balls and 2 strikes in the top half of inning number 9. Preston Daniels has had some fun so far as that 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside of ball 1 as Osborne has to reach to his right. Preston Daniels does not have an earned run average recorded. As that 1-2 pitch, tracking it out is Troy Osborne. Keeps the mask in hand. Does he make the grab? He runs into the fence. He's able to make the grab. Grant passes zone. Troy Osborne. Listen to this crowd roar. The Grants Pass native makes the play in front of the fans behind home plate for the second out of the frame. What a play there by Troy Osborne. Blake Grimmer goes to work now. Is that first pitch on the way? That is going to miss inside.
Now batting left fielder Blake Grimmer.
One ball and no strikes in the top half of inning number 9. 12-6 is our score. Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. Game 1 of this 2-game series. 1-0 pitch, ground ball, bouncer foul. Hits the net on that first base side, strike 1. We'll give you some of those scores from across the Pacific Empire League. The Downtown Scoreboard is brought to you by our good friends at Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's going to be line drive into right center field. That ball is going to escape away from the right fielder of Orlando Covarrubias. That ball is into the fence, rounding second, digging for 3. As it is Grimmer. Grimmer is going to get the stop sign put up by head coach Joey Gomes, as that is a 2-out triple off the bat of Blake Grimmer. Another huge hit off the bat for Healdsburg tonight. Wow. This Healdsburg squad is definitely dangerous. Wow. Well, we do have a final score in Lincoln right now. Lincoln takes down the West Coast Kings 12-0. So that'll move Lincoln up to 3-2 in the league. Is that first pitch on the way? Misses downstairs, ball 1. And the Humble Crabs out in front, 10-1 against the Chico Lone Wolves in the top half of inning number 9. So that's a game that does not count in Pacific Empire League action because that's a non-league game for Humboldt. 12-6, Healdsburg out in front, 1-0 pitch. Fastball, knuckled in the air, center field, charging in is going to be the left fielder, and he's able to make the grab for route number 3. And a great play by Aiden Horsley, or actually that's Mark Fedro. Mark Fedro makes the play for route number 3. Wow. We go to the bottom half of inning number 9 right after this. Healdsburg still out in front, 12-6 against your Medford Rogues. Final call in the bottom half of inning number 9. Can the Rogues make it interesting? As it is 9-1-2 due up to Frankie Ortigliano, Travis Finney, and Garrett Bardo. More from the Rogue Valley right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great.
And we need you to know your role.
Whether you're in youth sports,
high school sports,
or college, know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Let my coach coach me.
Cheer for other players too.
Not just me. That's weird.
Don't yell at the refs.
They have a hard job.
Know your role. Coaches, keep it in perspective.
I'm out here to have fun.
I want to play a lot of different sports. What's a scholarship?
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role. Hey, ref.
Thank you.
Thank you for having such great sports programs here.
And for remembering to
know your role.
Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyinn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Last call for your Medford Rogues as we go to the bottom half of inning number 9 at Harry and David Field. 12-6 Healdsburg out in front against your Medford Rogues. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Glad to be a part of your Tuesday evening wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, as it is the 9-1-2 batters due up for your Rogues of Frankie Ortigliano, followed by Travis Finney and Garrett Bardo. Hayden Hattenbach on the hill still pitching for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Healdsburg dominated the first half of this game, but Medford has dominated the second half. As this man right here, Frankie Ritigliano, 2 for 3 so far for a pair of RBI singles in the 5th and the 7th. And he's been able to provide some excitement. The young man that grew up in Medford, first pitch on the way, fastball. Finds the upper third, strike one. And the strike zone continues to fluctuate from a shrinking strike zone to an expanding strike zone. 0-1 pitch, fastball, wave and a miss, strike 2. Ritigliano's down on strikes, no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 9. No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball misses down and in, ball 1. Game 2 tomorrow will happen at 6:35. Pregame show at 6:15 on the Rogue Streaming Network. A lot to unpack in this game 1 of this 2-game series. 1-2. Fastball misses down and in, ball 2. A lot of giddy up on that fastball from Hattenbach. But you like the fight the Rogues had throughout this whole entire game, especially in the second half. First half, you have to find a way to get a quicker start. 2-2. Ritigliano pops it foul down that first base side. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom half of inning number 9. Travis Finney waits on deck for your Rogues. Think about this. Lincoln's 3-2. They're in second place. Medford finds a way to miraculously pull this one out of the hat. They trail by 6, 12-6 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. That 2-2 pitch misses downstairs, ball 3. Count runs full 3-2 in the bottom half of inning number 9. Hattenbach ready. And the pitch from the southpaw. 3-2 is knuckled, and it will be fouled off. So we'll do it again, still 3-2. It'll be a log jam for second place, and Healdsburg sitting pretty atop the standings, 6-1. But hey, still no outs in the bottom half of inning number 9. Leadoff man of Frankie Ritigliano keep this offense moving. 3-2 pitch, ground ball left side. Going back is Agard. Hicks it on one hop, the throw over to first, and the throw is not in time. Infield single for Frankie Ritigliano. Huge hit off the bat of the young man. A 3-hit night for Frankie Ritigliano. And they're all singles. And Frankie Ritigliano keeping this Rogue squad in it on a 2-strike leadoff single in the bottom half of inning number 9. 5 runs in the 7th, scoreless in the 8th. Now at the first baseman of leadoff, holding the runner at first base. First pitch on the way. Fastball bounces away from the catcher of Berg, and Frankie Ritigliano is able to scoot on over to second base as he steals second base. And the Rogues are only 180 feet away from scoring in the bottom half of inning number 9. And a great job there by Frankie Ritigliano to eliminate the double play ball. Travis Finney able to have a 2-run RBI single. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be picked up by the shortstop. A Campbell, a throw over to first base, and the throw is going to be in time for out number 1. Good hustle by Travis Finney as it is 6-3 on the ground out. That moves Frankie Ritigliano over to third base. And right now, Medford trying to keep this pedal to the metal now. 1 on and 1 out, bottom half of inning number 9. Garrett Bardo goes to work now. Think about this. Garrett Bardo had a huge stand-up double in the bottom half of inning number 7. Wind blowing softly in the ballpark. First offering home. Fastball. Finds that upper third, strike 1. Bardo coming off the bench, replacing Kyle Norton. No balls and a strike, and the pitch. Knuckles it foul to that first base side, strike 2. And right now, you think about how this team's been playing so far. We get wacky in the bottom half of inning number 9 at Harry and David Field. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball up and in, ball 1. And this is a Rogue squad. Has had their moments so far this evening. Struggled in the first half of this game, but the second half they've been able to turn it on. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch home. Fastball misses down and in, ball 2, and the count goes even. 2 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom of 9. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2 misses downstairs, ball 3. Ritigliano wanted to steal home, but decided not to. Counts full, 3-2. Garrett Bardo, huge stand-up double. keep the offense moving. Three-two. Fouled off down that left field line. We'll do it again, still 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this has been a game that has had its moments. You have to find that missing piece to beat the Prune Packers. 1 out, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Fastball misses down and in, ball 4. And Garrett Barto's able to work a 1-out walk. And now head coach Joey Gomes points to the bullpen, and we will have a new pitcher. We'll tell you who he is when we come right back after this, after Hayden Hattenbach's night is complete. As it is still a 12-6 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Medford trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat in the bottom half of inning number 9. More from the Rogue Valley right after this. Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes, parents, community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer.
New pitcher for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Runners on the corners, as it is Tucker Bougie in relief of Hayden Hattenbach. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Bougie from UC Berkeley, from Mill Valley, California, as the tall righty will try to slow down the advancement of your Medford Rogues. Runners on the corners as he'll be working with, as Frankie Ritigliano is at third base and Garrett Barto is at first base. Actually, Josiah Palomino will pinch run for Garrett Barto at first base. The Rogues looking for some speed in the bottom half of inning number 9, and the young man in the transfer portal will try to provide that. Actually, Josiah Palomino caught a salmon yesterday on the day off with his bare hands. That is correct.
Now batting the third baseman from UC Santa Barbara.
Now it is Jordan Marion ready to go to work now, replacing Johnny Alley. He's 0 for 1 so far, but he drove in a run on a sac fly. So Jordan Marion goes to work now. Bottom half of inning number 9. 12-6 is our score. Healdsburg leading game 1 of this 2-game series. First offering home from the pitcher Tucker Bougie. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Jordan Marion this season averaging .419 at the dish. Marion does have 8 RBIs in this 2025 season. 1 ball, no strikes. Bougie ready. And the pitch. Fastball dots the outside third, strike 1. So it's Palomino at first. Ritigliano at third, 2 on, 1 out, bottom half of inning number 9. I know that Jordan's family is watching back home in Southern California now. 12-6, Healdsburg out in front. Bougie trying to shut down the advancement of the Rogues. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air, line drive, left center field. That ball's going to drop down in front of the center fielder of Souza. 1 runs in and speeding towards third. And Jordan Marion's going to dig for second, and the tag is going to be applied in time. So that will be an RBI, but Jordan Marion will be forced out at second base. So that does drive in a run. Now with 2 outs in the bottom half of inning number 9.
Now batting the center fielder from Washington State University, Mason Perello.
So Mason Perello goes to work now with 2 outs. And Josiah Palomino over at third base, only 90 feet away from scoring. 12-7, Healdsburg out in front. First offering home. Fastball lashes in on the inside corner, strike 1. Mason Perello tonight has had his moments. Pair of strikeouts and a pair of groundouts. The young high school senior who just graduated a couple weeks ago from the great state of Washington. Trying to play hero, trying to continue this game behind 0-1. A 1 pitch line drive. That ball's going to go right to the second baseman of Martinez. And Healdsburg takes game 1 after a late advancement from Medford. It's not enough as Healdsburg takes the first game of this 2-game series 12-7 at Harry and David Field. 12 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, 7 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for your Medford Rogues. As your Rogues will fall to 17-8 overall on this 2025 season, as they will fall to 3-2 in Pacific Empire League action, as that they will be tied for second place with the Lincoln Potters. As for the Lincoln Potters, they will improve to 12-1 overall in the season, and they are atop the Pacific Empire League with a record of 6-1 on this 2025 campaign. We'll wrap this one up. Rogues postgame show coming up right after the break. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Healdsburg takes game 1 of this 2-game series at Harry and David Field at 12-7 in the Rogue Valley. Medford Rogues baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's another season of Rogues Baseball at Harry and David Field. Catch every great play and hit all season long. Get your tickets at medfordrogues.com. We'll see you at the ballpark this summer. Rogue Regency Inn is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball. It is the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, the banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Regency Inn is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Regency Inn at rogueregencyn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's Pizza supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues Baseball.
It's a tough one tonight at Harry and David Field as your Medford Rogues fall 12-7 against the Healdsburg Prune Packers in game 1 of this 2-game series at Harry and David Field. As your Rogues are 17-8 overall in this 2025 campaign, 3-2 in Pacific Empire League action. Hi everybody, I'm Brian Welch, the Rogues Streaming Network, and welcome to the Rogues postgame show. Glad to be a part of your Tuesday evening, wherever you may be watching or listening to Medford Rogues baseball. Tonight, there were some positives, there were some negatives. It was started off with negatives, but the Rogues able to finish off with some positives, some good offense throughout the whole entire game past the 4th inning. 1 run in the bottom half of inning number 5, 5 runs in the bottom half of inning number 7. But Medford was still 1 step behind the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Right out the gate, Healdsburg able to have a solo home run off the bat of Jonathan Kim to start the ball game off as he had that one tattooed in the right field. And after that, 3 more runs came across the plate in the 1st inning. That was a 4-run frame for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. 2 runs came across later in the 3rd inning. And then the pitching staff for your Rogues able to settle the Prune Packers down, but the Prune Packers able to answer back in a hurry. 4 runs in the 5th inning, and then a couple of runs scored in the 7th, and then able to get the Prune Packers to ground out on a couple of pitches, but after a triple off the bat of Blake Grimmer was it in the top half of inning number 9. Take a look at the pitching stat. We'll take a look at the defensive stats and the offensive stats for your Medford Rogues. Nathan Hunter was the starter tonight from Concordia University of Irvine. Only able to record 1 out, gave up 4 runs, had 2 walks. Colin Schultz able to go in and able to pitch well, able to limit the damage, 4 strikeouts. Kane Morgan came in, able to have some fun, had a couple of strikeouts, gave up some runs as well. Caleb Randolph able to shut down and keep the Prune Packers bats from scoring any more runs. Then Preston Daniels came in and able to shut down the Prune Packers offense late in the top half of inning number 9. Now let's go to the offense. The offense struggled to get runners across the plate as Tanner Bradley, the young man from the University of Oregon, the guy who's been pitching well for this Prune Packer squadron, an average of 2.25 going into this evening, able to go 4 1/3 innings, able to strike out 3, but that curveball was able to draw weak contact, and it created confusion and a lot of craziness for that Medford lineup. The Rogues going in order 1, 2, 3. Mark Fedro able to get the first hit of the game with a 2-out base knock in the bottom half inning number 2. And the offense sputtered 1, 2, 3 inning in the third, 1, 2, 3 inning in the fourth. Rogues able to get their first run across the plate in the evening and the series, courtesy of an RBI single off the bat of Frankie Ritigliano, and that made it a little bit of a bite in the deficit. And then the Rogues struggled to get runners across the plate in the bottom half of inning number 6. They left the leadoff guy on in the bottom half of inning number 6 in the 2 spot, and that was Kyle Norton. And then a stand-up double. Actually, my apologies. We go to the bottom half of inning number 7 as Troy Osborne able to have a 1-out base knock. And we talk about this on the Rogue Streaming Network. I know our friends in Healdsburg are probably tired of me talking about this, but hitting is contagious. 1-out base knock off the bat of Troy Osborne, a double off the bat of Isaac Hill, RBI single off the bat of Frankie Ritigliano. Travis Finney able to have a 2-run RBI single to have his comeback game. Welcome back, Travis Finney, with a 2-run RBI single. And Garrett Barlow coming off the bench, replacing Kyle Norton at first base, had a stand-up double. And Jordan Marion able to have a sac fly coming off the bench. And Mason Perello striking out to close out the bottom half of inning number 7. 5 runs came across the plate in that inning. That was pretty impressive to watch for the Rogues. And then the bottom half of inning number 8, and it ran into the pitching staff of Hayden Hattenbach. Hattenbach able to strike out the side in the bottom half of inning number 8. And then in the 9th inning, the Rogues able to get a run across the plate. But that was it. Medford falls 12-7 against the Prune Packers of Healdsburg. As this Healdsburg squad is a very tough squad. We talked about this in the Rogues pregame show 3 hours ago. This team has a lot of D1 talent, and you can definitely tell this is a team that has a lot of fun playing. And this is going to be a very interesting game tomorrow night at 6:35. Pregame show at 6:15 on the Rogue Streaming Network. If the Rogues can tidy up some of the mistakes they made last night, tomorrow night is going to be a totally different game. The question is, and also the overall factor is, you have to throw strikes. You have to be able to throw strikes to win ball games, and throwing strikes was not consistent tonight. I know the pitching staff will have a big talk tomorrow about trying to find how that zone, trying to find a good median of throwing strikes, but also you can blame it on the pitching staff tonight for the Rogues, but sometimes that strike zone was very difficult and very hard to comprehend throughout the whole entire game, as it was a big zone and a small zone throughout the whole entire game. And it's very interesting to see what will happen tomorrow night, as it might be Andrew Herbold behind the dish, but we shall see. But we'll find out tomorrow night at 6:35 p.m. on the Rogue Streaming Network. Let's pick our offensive and defensive player of the game. Defense first. Tough one. Kanan Morgan looked pretty good. Colin Schultz looked pretty good. Caleb Randolph looked pretty good. But we talked about how Medford was able to dominate the second half of the game, but Jordan Marion able to make some great plays at third. Jordan Marion's our player of the game tonight, able to find ways to find a way to get that out. And a great stuff there by Jordan Marion, able to go in, replacing Mark Fedro at third base and all that. And he was able to find ways to record outs with his glove at third base. UC Santa Barbara is getting a good player this fall, as he'll be a freshman going into Isla Vista in the fall of 2025. Now let's go offense. And the Energizer Bunny, the young man from Medford, Oregon, was the Energizer Bunny tonight. A pair of singles, RBI single off the bat of Frankie Ritigliano. 2 of those times in the bottom half of inning number 5, in the bottom half of inning number 7, and a base hit in the bottom half of the 9th. And that was it. 3 runs scored. Actually, 3 hits recorded by Frankie Ritigliano, and Frankie Ritigliano is our offensive player of the game, going 3 for 4, and being the most positive thing the Rogues had all night long, and being able to draw good hitting and also be able to find ways to keep the offense moving and also keep that lineup moving through the order. So it is Frankie Ritigliano as our offensive player of the game, going 3 for 4, pair of RBIs and a single to get himself his another player of the game on the Rogue Streaming Network. In defense, we'll go Jordan Marion with his field play in the infield tonight in Game 1 of this 2-game series. Before we go, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. And also we'll take a look at the standings tonight as it is. Lincoln taking care of business of the West Coast Kings in that game at McBean Stadium down in Lincoln. 12-0. Potters get a dozen runs across the plate against the West Coast Kings as they take Game 1. And the Humboldt Crabs able to take care of business against the Chico Wolves, taking them down by 9, 10-1. And now to the most important part in the Pacific Empire League in this 2025 season, the standings. And the standings are brought to you by Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Healdsburg stands alone in the Pacific Empire League with a record of 6-1. Now, in second place, it's a logjam. Two-way tie for second place right now of Lincoln for a record of 3-2. And your Medford Rogues for a record of 3-2. In fourth place, idle this week, or idle at the moment, is the Humboldt Crabs. They're 3-3 overall in the season. Solano still 2-5. And the West Coast Kings 0-4 in this 2025 season in Pacific Empire League action after dropping the game against the Lincoln Potters. Final game of this 2-game series will happen tomorrow night at 6:35 p.m. Pregame show at 6:15 on the Rogue Streaming Network, as we will have our one-on-one conversation with head coach Kevin Olmsted. Plus, we'll pick our Rogues player spotlight. We might pick Preston Daniels. Might hear from Kane Morgan tomorrow. And hopefully you'll be able to join us on the Rogues Streaming Network. Final game of this 2-game series happening tomorrow night at Harry and David Field. Don't forget, tomorrow it is Rogue Credit Union night, half off tickets for Rogue Credit Union members, and also half off hot dogs if you show your ID at the concession stand as well as at the gate to get in half off tomorrow night. And this is going to be a big game tomorrow night. This is the Rogues able to find the Achilles heel in the Healdsburg Prune Packers. The thing is, you have to find ways to get the offense moving and be able to find the strike zone and throw strikes in the early going. And Medford has a chance tomorrow. You have a chance to be able to play some really good baseball tomorrow. The only thing is you have to be able to set the tone early. And the question is, who can set the tone on the hill? We shall see in about 21 hours' time on the Rogue Streaming Network. As Healdsburg takes Game 1 of this 2-game series, 12-7 against your Medford Rogues, as it is a logjam for second place. Lincoln and yours truly, the Medford Rogues, tied for second place with a record of 3-2. And a lot can happen tomorrow. We shall see what will happen, as it is Game 2 tomorrow night at 6:35, pregame show at 6:15. Thank you to everybody that listened all the way back in Healdsburg, and of course you guys on the Rogue Streaming Network. For everyone here has put this broadcast together, Brian Woach saying goodbye. Have a good evening. Repeating the final score from Harry and David Field, as it is the Healdsburg Prune Packers able to take Game 1 of this 2-game series, 12-7 against your Medford Rogues. We'll see you tomorrow evening at 6:15 for the Rogues pregame show. So long from Medford. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network.